spurned his chance. Oh, it's brilliant football. The one-touch stop there, Dani Olmo right in that number 10 position. The first time release to 𝗄𝗄𝗃𝗀𝗃 is absolutely inch perfect. On his left foot, all he had to do.
Dengarkan dan kita bisa melihat bagaimana atmosfer dari Dallas Stadium pun yang semakin siap sudah terasa untuk laga hidup dan mati ini. Tentunya kedua tim memiliki status favorit dalam pertandingan hari ini dan pemirsa, laga kali ini berada di Dallas Stadium di Texas yang dimana ini menjadi salah satu venue yang paling sibuk sekaligus terbesar di Pesta Bola Dunia 2026 karena akan menggelar total 9 pertandingan dan juga stadion ini mampu menampung hingga 108.000 penonton dan juga memiliki salah satu layar video gantung terbesar di dunia olahraga. Kita sampai melihat bagaimana situasi dari ruang VAR dan kita juga sampai menunggu seperti apa line up resmi yang akan diturunkan dan ini dia line up dari Portugal 4-2-3-1.
Ya, dengan penjaga gawang Diogo Costa, back kiri katanya ada 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 pemain yang salah satu pemain senior. Di tengahnya ada Renato Veiga dan Ruben Dias. Dua holding midfield adalah Vitinha dan João Neves, pemain asal Paris Saint-Germain. Sementara di tiga di depannya ada João Felix di kiri, Bruno Fernandes di belakang dan Pedro Neto di kanan.
Iya, dengan formasi 4-2-3-1 dan kita akan melihat seperti apa formasi yang diturunkan kita bisa ini dia 4-1-2-3-1 dari Dallas Stadium pun yang semakin siap sudah terasa untuk laga hidup dan mati.
Dan Puro di belakang, di tengah juga pasti peran sentral Rodi akan disupport oleh Pedri yang lebih menyerang, begitu juga dengan Dani Olmo di sektor sayap atau di tiga pemain ada di depan ada Alex Baena, Mikel Oyarzabal dan juga Lamine Yamal. Dengan pola seperti ini saya pikir penguasaan akan menjadi kunci permainan Spanyol di pertandingan malam ini.
Iya, dan juga memang kalau kita melihat line up dari Spanyol ya tidak ada satupun perubahan, artinya ini sang pelatih De La Fuente mempercayakan skuad kemenangannya ketika menghadapi Austria dengan skor 3-0. Kita melihat juga di layar kaca pemirsa, ini dia Roberto Martinez, pelatih dari Portugal yang sudah melatih tim ini sejak Januari 2023 dan ini dia Luis De La Fuente, di mana pelatih asal Spanyol juga yang telah melatih tim ini sejak Januari 2023. Dan pemirsa, sepertinya sebentar lagi pertandingan dari Portugal berhadapan dengan Spanyol akan segera dimulai. Mungkin sedikit prediksi dari Bung Popon dan juga Bung Erwin, mungkin dari Bung Popon, prediksi jalan pertandingan babak pertama singkat saja.
Pertandingan pasti akan berjalan ketat, kalau ada gol tidak lebih dari 1.
Oke, Bung Erwin?
Harusnya bisa berjalan menarik karena sama-sama menyerang.
Oke, baik pemirsa, ini dia pertandingan antara Portugal berhadapan dengan Spanyol di 16 besar Pesta Bola Dunia 2026. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Spain kick off. Portugal really historically are the underdogs. So they have got that work to go. Spain looking to please them here. Saba apologising for not playing for the left, but in the form he's in, why not have a shot? Yeah, I think he's done exactly the right thing there. Apologies to the nice job for the left, but in the form he's in, why not have a shot? Yeah, I think he's done. Little drive from 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃. Playing the keeper touched it. The officials have gone on with that. That's very positive. Yeah, he's another one that likes to gallop, charge forward, particularly if there's space in front of him. Oyarzabal, the man in form, wondering quite how he spurned this chance. Oh, it's brilliant football. The one-touch stuff there, Dani Olmo right in that number 10 position. The first time release to Oyarzabal is absolutely inch perfect. On his left foot, all he had to do is look at the goalie and hit the target. He's actually well wide of the target. That's a poor shot, really. From someone. Here's Ronaldo. The goalkeeper from a tight angle. Yeah, it's going to take a lot to beat Unai Simon from that sort of angle. I wondered if he could have hit this first time. Could have done. Decided to have the touch and then do the little step over, but just might have made it. And here comes 𝗄𝐿, typical of him. That's a tremendous save. What a brilliant passage of Diogo Costa. both teams. Nuno Mendes so close, and then that's exactly what I mean, Martin, about when he attacks Nuno Mendes, somebody's got to be there to cover. 𝗵𝗵 had the first strike, and then that one is brilliantly saved from Diogo Costa. Really good stuff.
That was Alex Bayana. Both Petri and the goalkeeper saved Dani Olmo. There was improvisation by Diogo Costa. There's an offside flag in the end. I'm not quite sure which bit of play he flagged for.
I think here's Dani Olmo just there. Look how 𝗃𝐃𝐃 he is, who tries to get on the end of that, which made life very difficult there for Diogo Costa. Going to go with his foot, and he cushioned it right back into the path of Olmo, who couldn't get any real power on it, but would have been flagged anyway.
Ronaldo is very good in the air still. To try and just knock it over his shoulder into an unguarded net. Taylor Price for his bravery getting to the ball, crashed into the horn. He's different Ronaldo now.
Yeah, Unai Simon there came for the initial cross and was floundering a little bit. He did well to get a fingertip on that 𝗟𝗄𝐿 nod back to Ronaldo and then make that stop. Ronaldo couldn't really get any power on it to goal, facing the wrong way.
Scoring a goal is the best way to get an advantage. Off the bar. Nuno Mendes. Deflection along the way.
As soon as I saw the deflection, I thought it was in. Just a little bit too much room there for Nuno Mendes, who was not afraid to let fly from that sort of distance. Watch this, he hits this nice and hard, he really does. And it's Pedro Porro. He always has a tendency to do slightly enough to make those changes first. That could be the difference.
Well, at half-time, there's been brilliant efforts. Nuno Mendes shot deflecting onto the crossbar. The closest we've seen. Diogo Costa's had to make some saves, probably more saves than his opposite number. One or two of them have been routine. And we reach the break in Dallas. Portugal 0, Spain 0.
Spanyol belum mencetak gol. Kalau Spanyol bisa mencetak gol, permainan akan lebih terbuka buat Portugal.
Oke, baiklah pemirsa, tak ada lagi ruang untuk hitung-hitungan dan ini dia pertandingan antara Portugal menghadapi Spanyol. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Here's 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. 𝗟𝗃𝗃. Ronaldo, can he reach it? Only tentatively. Small margins.
Yeah, awkward one. It's the right idea from 𝗟𝗃𝗃. He makes a nice run, Ronaldo, but he's having to wait for it, sort of hanging in the air a little bit, trying to adjust it.
Didn't get it away. It was angling across.
Yeah, no real sting in the shot.
Bayana.
Alex Bayana there. Comfortable stop, that is. Just for a moment then. When
It's a game that needs some stardust. Very nearly supplied it. Dipping, whipping, and needed saving.
certainly did. Hit it hard, didn't he? Straight out the goalkeeper. Diogo Costa just plays his right arm, tips it up.
Fernandez knew what was on. He knew if he got a good connection, he was within range, even from an awkward angle.
Yeah, he certainly did. He did really well, actually, to get his body and just to bump 𝗃𝐃𝐃 out of the way. And that gave him the space to take the shot with his right foot.
6 added minutes before extra time. Ferran Torres might not need extra time. It's brilliantly finished by the versatile.
He's got to have it. Mikel Merino of scoring big goals. We saw him doing it for his club team Arsenal this season on a number of occasions. This quick free kick is taken by him, actually. That's the goal scorer. Now watch him drifting forward, times his run perfectly. Too wide, the two central defenders too far apart, and he's right between them. And with that left foot, he touched that brilliantly, coolly, past the goalkeeper into the box. Is what we've been waiting
To stay in the World Cup.
Oh!
And they're out. Spader through. The derby in Dallas with this Iberian flopper has gone the way of Everton, and Mikel Merino stepped from the bench into the spotlight with a splendidly taken goal in a match of very few chances. But the champions of Europe are still alive in the World Cup by the narrowest of margins. Yet another late goal, and it's Portugal 0.
Dengarkan dan kita bisa melihat bagaimana atmosfer dari Dallas Stadium pun yang semakin siap sudah terasa untuk laga hidup dan mati ini. Tentunya kedua tim memiliki status favorit dalam pertandingan hari ini, dan pemirsa, laga kali ini berada di Dallas Stadium di Texas, yang dimana ini menjadi salah satu venue yang paling sibuk sekaligus terbesar di Pesta Bola Dunia 2026 karena akan menggelar total 9 pertandingan, dan juga stadion ini mampu menampung hingga 108.000 penonton dan juga memiliki salah satu layar video gantung terbesar di dunia olahraga. Kita sambil melihat bagaimana situasi dari ruang VAR dan kita juga sambil menunggu seperti apa line up resmi yang akan diturunkan, dan ini dia line up dari Portugal 4-2-3-1.
Ya, dengan penjaga gawang 𝐃𝐃𝐃𝐃, back kiri kanannya ada Nuno Mendes dan 𝐵𝐵𝐿, pemain yang salah satu pemain senior. Di tengahnya ada 𝗄𝐵𝐵𝐿 dan 𝗂𝐵𝐵. Dua holding midfield adalah Vitinha dan 𝗄ᴏ pemain asal Paris Saint-Germain. Sementara di tiga di depannya ada Joao Felix di kiri, Bruno Fernandes di belakang Ronaldo, dan Pedro Neto di sayap kanan ya.
Iya, dengan formasi 4-2-3-1, dan kita akan melihat seperti apa formasi yang diturunkan oleh Spain. Ini dia 4-1-2-3, silakan Popon.
Iya, sama dengan yang ditampilkan oleh Portugal. Di sini ada 𝗄𝐿, Laporte, Cubarsí, dan Porro di belakang. Di tengah juga pasti peran sentral Rodi akan disupport oleh Pedri yang lebih menyerang. Begitu juga dengan Dani Olmo di sektor sayap atau di tiga pemain ada di depan ada Alex Baena, Mikel Oyarzabal, dan juga Lamine Yamal. Dengan pola seperti ini saya pikir penguasaan akan menjadi kunci permainan Spanyol di pertandingan malam ini.
Iya, dan juga memang kalau kita melihat line up dari Spanyol ya, tidak ada satupun perubahan. Artinya ini sang pelatih DEDDY mempercayakan skuad kemenangannya ketika menghadapi Austria dengan skor 3-0. Kita melihat juga di layar kaca pemirsa, ini dia Roberto Martinez, pelatih dari Portugal yang sudah melatih tim ini sejak Januari 2023. Dan ini dia Luis de la Fuente, di mana pelatih asal Spanyol juga yang telah melatih tim ini sejak Januari 2023. Dan pemirsa, sepertinya sebentar lagi pertandingan dari Portugal berhadapan dengan Spanyol akan segera dimulai. Mungkin sedikit prediksi dari Bung Popon dan juga Bung Erwin, mungkin dari Bung Popon, prediksi jalan pertandingan babak pertama singkat saja.
Pertandingan pasti akan berjalan ketat kalau ada gol tidak lebih dari 1.
Oke, Bung Erwin?
Harusnya bisa berjalan menarik karena sama-sama menyerang.
Oke, baik pemirsa, ini dia pertandingan antara Portugal berhadapan dengan Spanyol di 16 besar Pesta Bola Dunia 2026. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Spain kick off. Portugal really historically are the underdogs. So they have got that heavy will to go. Spain looking to please them here. Sabah apologising for not playing for the left, but in the form he's in, why not have a shot?
Yeah, I think he's done exactly the right thing there. Pinched the ball nicely.
Drive from Jack Cancelo. Claimed the keeper touched it. The officials have gone on with that. That's very positive.
Yeah, he's another one that likes to gallop, charge forward into it, particularly if there's space in front of him. John Cancelo.
Stay down. Doesn't go up. Oyarzabal, the man in form. Wondering quite how he spurned his chance.
Oh, it's brilliant football. The one-touch stuff there, Dani Olmo right in that number 10 position. The first time release to Oyarzabal is absolutely inch perfect. On his left foot, all he had to do is look at the goalie and hit the target. He's actually well wide of the target. That's a poor strike, really. From someone.
Ronaldo. What
going to take a lot to beat Unai Simon from that sort of angle. I wondered if he could have hit this first time. Could have done. Decided to have the touch and then do the little step over, but just might have made it.
And here comes 𝗄𝐵𝐵, typical of him. Oh, it's a tremendous save.
What a brilliant passage of football.
Costa.
Both sets, both teams. Nuno Mendes so close, and then that's exactly what I mean, Martin, about when he attacks Nuno Mendes, somebody's got to be there to cover. Lamine Yamal had the first strike, and then that one is brilliantly saved from Diego Costa. Really good stuff.
That was Alex Bayana. It was improvisation by Diego Costa. There's an offside flag at the end. I'm not quite sure which bit of play he flagged for.
I think it is Dani Olmo just there, but 𝗃𝐃𝐃 is who tries to get on the end of that, which made life very difficult there for Diego Costa. Having to go with his foot, and he cushioned it right back into the path of Olmo, who couldn't get any real power on it, but would have been flagged anyway.
Ronaldo is very good in the air still. Ronaldo to try and just knock it over his shoulder into an unguarded net. Felix paid a price for his bravery getting to the ball, crashed into the Hornies. Look at Ronaldo now.
Yeah, Unai Simon there came for the initial cross and was floundering a little bit. He did want to get a fingertip on that 𝗃𝐃𝐃 nod back to Ronaldo and then make that stop. Ronaldo couldn't really get any power on it.
As he touched it, basically away. Scoring a goal is the best way to get an advantage. Off the bar. Nuno Mendes. Deflection along the way.
As soon as I saw the deflection, I thought he was in. Just a little bit too much room there for Nuno Mendes, who is not afraid to let fly from that sort of distance. Watch this, he hits this nice and hard, he really does. It's Pedro Porro. He always has a tendency to have managers slightly enough to make those changes first. That could be the difference.
Well, at half-time, there's been plenty of efforts. Nuno Mendes shot deflecting onto the crossbar. Closest we've seen. Diego Costa's had to make some saves. Probably more saves than his opposite number. One or two of them have been routine. And we reach the break in Dallas. Portugal 0, Spain 0.
Spanyol belum mencetak gol. Kalau Spanyol bisa mencetak gol, permainan akan lebih terbuka.
Oke, baiklah pemirsa, tak ada lagi ruang untuk hitung-hitungan dan ini dia pertandingan antara Portugal menghadapi Spanyol. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Here's 𝗃𝐃𝐃. Ronaldo, can he reach it? Only tentatively. Small margins.
Yeah, awkward one. It's the right idea from 𝗃𝐃𝐃. He makes a nice run, Ronaldo, but he's having to wait for it, sort of hanging in the air a little bit, trying to adjust it.
Didn't get it away. It was angling across.
Yeah, no real sting in the shot by Alex Bayana there. Comfortable stop, that is. Just for a moment then.
It's a game that needs some stardust, and he very nearly supplied it. Dipping, whipping, and needed saving.
Certainly did. Hit it hard, didn't he? Straight out the goalkeeper. Diego Costa just plays his right arm, tips it up.
Oh, that's a good one. Fernandez knew what was on. He knew if he got a good connection, he was within range, even from an awkward angle.
Yeah, he certainly did. He did really well, actually, to get his body in just to bump 𝗃𝐃𝐃 out of the way. And that gave him the space to take the shot with his right foot.
6 added minutes before extra time. times. We might not need extra time. It's brilliantly finished by the versatile.
He's got a habit, 𝗃𝐃𝐃 of scoring big goals. We saw him doing it for his club team Arsenal this season on a number of occasions. This quick free kick is taken by him, actually. That's the goal scorer. Now watch him drifting forward, times his run perfectly. Too wide, the two central defenders too far apart, and he's right between them. And with that left foot, he tucks that brilliantly, coolly past the goalkeeper into the box. Is what we've been
Just to
waiting.
stay in the World Cup. And they're out. Spain are through. The derby in Dallas with this Iberian flavour has gone the way of a bigger nation. And Mikel Merino stepped from the bench into the spotlight with a splendidly taken goal in a match of very few chances.
Been seeing through this World Cup, it's been amazing. It's not only the attacking creativity that he has, but it's his movement. He's continuously moving and looking to get on the ball again, and that's a great option to have for his teammates.
Okay, well, we're getting set for kickoff here. We are under 15 minutes away now. They have the watch parties ready.
Kelurahan against the USA. The USA couldn't cope with them at times to try to get them on the attacking front foot quickly.
I agree with you, Kev. I think this is some of the best football we've been seeing from Chor.
Who gets through to the World Cup semi-final to face France? We're going to find out in Los Angeles today.
Tell me you saw that. No, I was on my phone.
Of all the times to be on your phone.
Can you blame me? Not much I can say there.
A creamy Parmesan and bacon quarter pounder? They're literally... Of all the times to be on your phone.
Can you blame me? Not much I can say there.
I can stay there. How much I can see there? How much I can see there? Ten minutes to the quarterfinal World Cup 2026 from Los Angeles, United States of America, between Spain and Belgium.
Goal wins. Cool. You're a great actor. I'll give you that.
Well, I mean, this is my typing hand. This is how I type.
Speed footy.
Win and the dream lives on. Lose and the journey ends here.
We're looking at really fine margins here. If you're going to get the goal to win it, I guess the later the better. It's brilliantly finished by the versatile 𝗄𝐿.
Cristiano Ronaldo exits the global stage at the round of 16.
Mereka tidak akan menjual bahkan sebelum ini pun dalam Piala Dunia mereka juga tidak kebobolan juga, sehingga total sudah 10 jam lebih gawang dari Unai Simon ini clean sheet. Dan tentunya kita akan lihat apakah 𝗃𝗃𝗃, pemain asal Atalanta yang satu ini yang punya kemampuan juga heading, punya kemampuan juga memantulkan bola, bisa membantu Belgia untuk menjebol gawang Spanyol, salah satu kandidat juga juara di Piala Dunia atau di gelaran Piala Dunia kali ini.
Iya, sementara kalau kita lihat inilah dia bendera dari masing-masing negara sudah dibentangkan masuk ke fase gugur, artinya tidak boleh ada kesalahan sekecil apapun kalau kita lihat Bung Supri. Iya, yang membedakan sebuah tim untuk bisa meraih kemenangan adalah bagaimana mereka mampu memaksimalkan sekecil peluang menjadikan gol. Doku dimainkan, tentunya akan ada taktikal yang berbeda. Walaupun Kevin De Bruyne menopang untuk sisi sebelah tengah dengan kecepatan tersebut. Ya, sementara kita lihat inilah dia para pemain yang berada di lorong sebelum kita menyaksikan jalannya pertandingan pagi hari ini antara Spanyol yang akan berhadapan dengan Belgia. Kita juga akan simak bersama dan pergerakan bersama national anthem dari masing-masing tim, Spanyol dan Belgia.
Please rise at table for the national anthem of Spain.
Kebangsaan Spanyol.
So, Glenn, how do you see this one unfolding?
Well, Spain the slight favourites, obviously.
Wow.
Bisa saja membahayakan bagi tim lawan, Bung Supri.
Iya, keharmonisan itu kan memang harus dibangun. Tujuannya untuk apa? Membangun chemistry.
Ya.
Dan hasilnya mereka produktif.
Iya, sejauh ini ya kalau kita lihat bagaimana Belgia dengan rasa kepercayaan yang tinggi setelah menyingkirkan tuan rumah, menyingkirkan Senegal dan juga produktivitas. Ini juga perlu kita highlight dengan torehan gol yang diciptakan sejauh ini oleh Belgia.
Iya, tentunya ini uji ketajaman dari Belgia yang semakin tajam dari waktu ke waktu dan juga tentunya Spanyol yang kuat dalam bertahan.
Ya, sementara inilah dia perangkat pertandingan yang juga akan membantu pertandingan antara Spanyol berhadapan dengan Belgia. Akan menjadi peran penting juga ya, dari peran para wasit.
Betul, Michael Oliver ya, ini wasit asal Inggris yang kita tahu kerap juga cukup kontroversi dan cukup tegas juga. Jadi ini mungkin salah satu bagian yang juga harus dipahami dari tim seperti apa karakter wasit. Karena wasit itu manusia juga, mereka punya kecenderungan tertentu ya.
Ya, itulah dia tadi para wasit yang akan memimpin jalannya pertandingan. Sementara inilah dia line up dan juga formasi 4-2-3-1 dengan satu pergantian dilakukan oleh Spanyol. Silakan Bung.
Iya, terlihat sekali pendekatan 4-2-3-1, ada dua jangkar. Rodri berkolaborasi dengan Fabian Ruiz ya, bukan Pedri ya. Tapi tetap Boro, Cubarsí, Laporte, 𝗂𝗂 lalu menjadikan pilihan utama, ditopang oleh trio untuk menopang air double yaitu Yamal, Olmo, dan Bayern.
Ya, sementara kita juga akan melihat line up dan juga formasi dari Belgia 4-2-3-1 dengan formasi yang sama, dua pergantian.
Iya, ini adalah salah satu line up dengan pergantian tersedikit ya dibandingkan laga-laga sebelumnya, hanya dua pergantian pemain di mana Jeremy Doku dan juga De Bruyne seperti kita tahu sudah akan dimasukkan sebagai starter.
Kita akan melihat bagaimana pertandingan akan menyajikan tim dengan kolektivitas Spanyol menghadapi tim yang saat ini sedang on fire atau dalam situasi yang sangat tajam karena mereka menciptakan banyak gol di fase knockout. 3-2 menghadapi Senegal dan 4-1 menghadapi Amerika Serikat. Lantas siapakah yang akan menjadi pemenang? Tentunya saya akan mengajak Anda untuk menuju ke
prayers go to all of those affected.
So this is it, a place in the final four on the line for Spain and Belgium.
Oke guys, semua menyaksikan Spanyol versus Belgia.
In LA. Thrill of the whistle from Michael Oliver, and we are underway in Los Angeles for the 8th and final time of this FIFA World Cup before it rolls on to Dallas. Belgium in their change strip, kicking from right to left in this opening half, and Van Aken getting in behind 𝗃𝗄𝗃 early on. The ball had just gone out of play. But an early sign of Belgium's intentions.
No question about it. The vertical game is on today for Belgium. The way they've put their lineup together here also is going to show that. But you're going to see them 1-2 passes at times and really looking to hit the channels here today and get behind Spain, especially when Spain's in extended possession.
There is a feeling that Belgium have been growing stronger with each game. Rudi Garcia, who said before the match he had two teams in his head, the starting 11 and the finishing 11, but has been given an additional headache today with Youri Tielemans being a late withdrawal. No confirmation as to why he's had to pull out, but undoubtedly that's a big blow. Already without Onana and now without Tielemans.
Yeah, and he was a dictator in midfield against the United States. He was absolutely outstanding in that 4-1 victory. So the middle third of the field is a big area for Belgium. Van Aken, Haskin, these guys are going to have to really step up today to be controllers and balancers for Belgium.
This is 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃, who's been outstanding at this tournament. Only 19 years of age. The Barcelona man partnering the more experienced 𝗄ᴏ Laporte. Started every game, 𝗃𝐃𝐃, at these finals. 𝗄ᴏ. That's a good ball. And a chance here for Spain to really have a go at Belgium. Baena to Cucurella. Will look to keep this alive. There was an offside flag. Well, there is Youri Tielemans, set behind Romelu Lukaku. And, a major blow for him not to be available. And of course, we are in the land of the rich and famous, and Javier Bardem, the famous Spanish actor, is here. He is not the only one. Say we'll get a glimpse of a few Hollywood stars throughout the course of the afternoon.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Belgium is definitely not going to sit back. They're going to push a little higher into the middle third of the field as much as possible in this. Try and get moments of possession like right now. And mix it up. You just cannot drop off deep against Spain. You will suffer.
Well, they were excellent in the victory over Austria in this stadium. Really had to grind it out against Portugal. People have said they've not really hit their straps yet, but certainly in those two games we saw different sides to them, and that can only be a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. And we see in tournaments teams turn into different things.
A lovely drop of the shoulder from Dani Olmo. Baena. Ruiz showing for it and getting it. Here's Rodri. And some space here for Cucurella. Castagna has to get out to him. Over it comes from Ruiz and hoisted away by Mekala. Another player who's had a really good tournament in the colours of Belgium.
Mekala's an older veteran experience, played at Bruges, and he's partnering a young defender too in Ngoy.
Watch that for Lamine Yamal, who's looking for the return from Porro. And Mekala smelled danger and dealt with it appropriately.
He's getting put to work early here, though. You're getting the penetration out wide for Spain, you're getting width, and that means center backs are going to be tested with delivery and balls played into the box.
Rodri, player of the match in the last game. And there's an interesting battle in midfield because you've got Rodri and you've got his former Manchester City teammate Kevin De Bruyne in there. Dani Olmo. Lamine Yamal. Just couldn't quite feed it through for Dani Olmo. Doku. Oh, gets out of a touch spot with ease. Made that look easy, and it's away from another as well. Doku again. Now a chance to open things out. Nathan Ngoy of Lille, partnering Brandon Mekala of Club Brugge. Now of Napoli, of course.
We know why he's out there. He's out there to make that one moment, that
With the attacking players like Jeremy Doku and targets that are up front.
There was a big call from Rudi Garcia in the last game. Quite a few eyebrows raised at the side of no De Bruyne, no Doku in the starting lineup, but they still managed to do the business.
That was a brave move from a lot of youthful players against the younger, aggressive U.S., and it worked 100%. To say the tactical battle was won that day by Rudi Garcia.
Been a confident start from Spain. 𝗃𝐃𝐃 now of Real Madrid, the only player in the squad to represent Real Madrid amazingly. As Rodri guides it out here to Lamine Yamal and turned clear by 𝗃𝐃𝐃.
Well, you said it. Is this a game Lamine Yamal really breaks out here? That could be a good sign when you're thinking about trying to get to a semi-final and then on to a final, win a second World Cup. But maybe this will be his breakout game. He's had glimpses. He's got a goal in the tournament, but maybe this is the moment here now that it gets lifted for this young, exciting talent.
It's gone loose. And Goy dropping on it for Belgium. Belgium aiming to reach their third World Cup semi-final. They'd lost to the eventual winners on their two previous visits there. France 2018, Argentina back in '86. And rather surprisingly, Spain looking to reach only their second World Cup semi-final. Of course, won it in 2010, this tournament, but that was a surprise with all the talent they've had through the years.
Yeah, it is a big surprise, but that's what happens when you do a deep dive on the research and the history. And of course, they've won the Euros, and it just, you think of all the players. Look at the players that didn't make this team: Alvaro Morata, Dani Carvajal, Jesus Navas. These are all sort of a generation. Those are very tough decisions to have to make as a manager.
This team very much on a roll, though, unbeaten in 36 competitive matches.
Yeah, it's like a new leadership group. It's also a little bit more belief and confidence in younger players.
Scored 2 goals in the last fixture. He's got a fabulous header. Bayada. Ruiz making moves out to the left. Rodri. Laporte to 𝗃𝐃𝐃. Yamal's on the move. And that's where the ball is heading now. He was tugged at. Michael Oliver says Spain free kick.
So Yamal goes over to the far side of the field. You got an overload. Essentially, they're trying to create 2 versus 1. There's 3 versus 2. All of a sudden, he drifts over there. Now you got a free kick as he just got yanked from behind by Trossard. So it sets up a beautiful free kick here.
Some height in there for Spain. Courtois on red alert here. Damien Ruiz, good ball. Shot is blocked. Now 𝗃𝐃𝐃. And Belgium looking for a route to safety. And they might have got one to 𝗃𝐃𝐃. Giving that one away though. Likewise, Pedro Porro for Spain.
And by the way, you got 2 goalkeepers here today. You got to do something special to beat in Unai Simon of Spain and Thibaut Courtois of Belgium.
Yeah, Courtois making his 21st World Cup appearance here today. Only Manuel Neuer of Germany can top that.
makes the goal look small. There's Doku. And then this was the key block here. I think it's been a confident start for Belgium. It's the one they would have wanted.
Of this tournament so far for Belgium. Looking forward to 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃. Laporte. Rodri.
This is a big challenge for Belgium, missing two very big pieces in midfield. Seemingly dealing with it very well so far. But to lose Tielemans, Onana, these are big pieces.
Rascan, that's a decent ball to 𝗃𝐃𝐃 going after it. It's a vital touch as well. Laporte it was, just to nick it out of his path.
Well, one thing you know about the 𝗃𝐃𝐃, he's going to run down everything. He's not going to give up on anything. You can't lose your concentration for a second against him.
Of Atletico Madrid still operating wide on that left-hand side. Nico Williams not fully up to speed after picking up an injury. Going in the way, had to be. What a clever run that was in from the left to latch onto that straight ball through.
It's straight, it's vertical, and it's bent, and he's kept on side here. Just a little curl to keep himself on side. Wow, looked like it went off the arm of a Belgian defender.
Yeah, that was definitely the claim. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 flick. Doku. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃's made an excellent run up from left back and delivers. It's too close to Simon.
First time Maxime de Kuyper has gotten forward. You're going to have to do that a little bit here today. Gaston on the other side of the field will want to do that for Rudy Garcia as well.
Rudy Garcia's 20th game in charge of Belgium today. He's lost only one, and that was his first. It was a playoff game in the Nations League that he lost. But they were beaten in the first leg. He won the second. Very good start to his career with Belgium in his first international job. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃. Kukurea. Van Aken in the way. Spain have got it back again. Rodri to Dani Olmo. Lamine Yamal. And now a chance for Belgium to break out. De Bruyne feeding Doku.
Yeah, this is what they're looking for. Spain has recovered well for the moment.
Well, Doku's done brilliantly here. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 faced by Kukurea.
Tiba-tiba Kukurea sudah di bawah membantu pertahanan.
Castagna. Kukurea once more able to get rid.
Well, that's the beauty of having Doku back in the lineup. He can beat people off the dribble.
Well, the FIFA Secretary General is in attendance today. Matthias Grafstrom, the King of Belgium, is in attendance also. Doku up against Lamine Yamal, who picks his pocket. Oh, wonderful from Yamal. Crowd enjoyed that, and no wonder.
Well, it was the first coming together of those two in a big way where they were really isolated. And boy, did that bring the crowd to their feet.
Fabian Ruiz. Bayana onto his right foot, finding Dani Olmo, juggling with it. Just couldn't get it under his spell though.
benar-benar mencoba aksi dari lawan kota penalti.
What a player Dani Olmo gets in the hole, finds his space. 𝗵𝗟 listen, he does do some defensive work. Don't forget that. And he's going to show it right here against Doku. These two guys on the same side of the field. Is something special to watch here today.
2025 Ballon d'Or runner-up, 𝗵𝗟. They have been building his minutes up gradually the longer this tournament has gone on. He came over to North America carrying a hamstring injury, completed the full 90 against Portugal. He has got a goal at this tournament in that win over Saudi Arabia. But the feeling is he is yet to really show his true ability on the biggest stage of all. There he is, touching the ball inside to Pedro Porro, looking for the switch out to Baena. Don't think he's got the legs to reach it.
What an idea, though. So if you watch Rodri today, you'll know that Spain is doing well if he's getting a lot of the ball. He'll split the center backs. He comes out, comes back in, builds the game, is a key distributor. So if he's on the ball a lot, you'll know that a lot of good is happening for Spain. The more Rodri, like right now, is on the ball, the better.
Doku, Yamal on the ground and looking towards the referee. Doku sprints away. Trossard, Sudoku, Castagna joining in, looking to pick out the cross for 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃𝐃𝐃. Well, Michael Oliver has blown his whistle, a foul by 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 on Porro.
Well, 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 trying to get in the box, but here's the turn on 𝗵𝗟. And this is sort of the collision here. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 getting himself in the box as an outside back and attacking it with vigor.
This is 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃, who became the youngest defender to play for Spain when he made his debut.
A lot of good is happening for Spain. The more Rodri, like right now, is on the ball, the better.
Jeremy Doku, Yamal.
Product, and I think he's developing that as he gets a bit older. Still only 24. Involved in 19 goals last season for Manchester City, 11 assists, scored 8 times. Didn't always start in the early weeks of the season. Yamal wants the free kick but won't get it. There's Doku, the electrifying left winger for Belgium. Ferraro waits for the cross. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃's coming on to that. Referee's given the free kick. Thought he was just slightly too aggressive there on Pedro Porro, but...
La fase defensiva, robándole el balón a Doku, creando una transición muy rápida que finalmente no pudo llegar a buen puerto, pero muy encima de los jugadores. Luis de la Fuente.
Hemos visto esa última acción del partido con la llegada al ataque de los belgas. Una buena señal, es verdad que ahí Pedro Porro cierra muy bien esa espalda, pero no está España fluyendo bien, creo que no está...
Luis de la Fuente, whilst not being a glamorous appointment when he first got the job, he's certainly silenced his critics. He's fostered a terrific atmosphere. Every single player speaks highly of him. A fair few will know of him, of course, having played under him at various Spain youth levels. Still in.
Very clear coming into this game in the press conference. We're not changing anything. We continue with our possession game, our pressing game. Nothing is going to change for us. That's the way we're going to do it.
Although finding Pedro Porro. Here's Rodri. Short row will it reach Fabian Ruiz. And 𝗵𝗟 has been pulled up for a foul. A foul. By Luis de la Fuente. Two on view here. France and Argentina still in. Could easily be a repeat of the final of 4 years ago. That has the potential to happen. These two here will be hoping to change that, of course. Here's Rodri. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃. Rodri called the computer by Luis de la Fuente. Such is his intelligence in the middle of the park.
Well,
we've seen him do that before, just couldn't get enough whip on it that time.
Pero está siendo el jugador que
He's claiming a deflection.
Pero mientras se vaya metiendo para adentro y reciba lejos del área, como decía Vero antes, mejor para España, porque según se va metiendo para adentro te van saliendo ayudas y van saliendo rivales que le pueden frenar.
Sabemos que eso España lo hace muy bien, tiene ese compromiso y esa responsabilidad a nivel defensivo, vuelven, repliegan bastante rápido y llegan las ayudas, pero está claro que bueno, si...
También con insistencia, tanto él como Dani Olmo, córner en el disparo. Ojo que viene España otra vez.
Dani Olmo, que le entrega la pelota a Lamine y que se la lleva a Lamine. No puede salir de cargar demasiadas cosas a la vez. El defensor que estaba por delante y ya Lamine perdió la posibilidad de seguir con la pelota. Es Doku, pero bueno, Dani Olmo se ha quedado un poquito largo, pero es otra exquisitez.
La segunda ya, ¿eh?
Demasiado fuerte ese envío de Raskin, el jugador del Rangers. El balón fuera, más imprecisos ahora los belgas y que sigan así cuando llegamos a la pausa de hidratación. Un partido que va a toda mecha. Estamos ya en el 23 con el marcador 0-0. España 0, Bélgica 0. Se lo cuenta la 1. Televisión Española acompañando a la selección nacional en el Campeonato del Mundo. Unos instantes y seguimos desde Los Ángeles.
Masih 0-0 Spain dengan Belgium.
Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time.
Sponsored by Armani. Aku DJ Giorgio Armani.
Da igual donde estés,
Da igual cómo lo vivas. Cuando juega la selección, todos estamos en el mismo sitio.
en la misma jugada.
En el mismo latido. Y cuando todo eso fluye,
Cuando todo es uno.
entonces sí, entonces somos uno.
Somos uno.
Somos uno.
Somos uno. Si todos visualizamos la victoria, es más fácil conseguirla. Victoria, cerveza oficial de la mejor selección del mundo.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
¿Cocinar? ¿Ahora? Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
So nothing to separate them so far, Glenn. Is this the kind of game that you expected, though?
Yeah, I think so, because, look, Belgium knows they can't sit back on their 18 and defend for 90 minutes and invite in Spain. Spain has just this amazing circulation of the ball. It's ultimately going to hurt you. And then we've seen the Belgians in transition have some promising moments, maybe missing a final ball, but some promising moments. So it's a little bit more of a vertical Belgium, and that's why they got Doku, and that's why they got Kevin De Bruyne out there.
Luis de la Fuente was asked yesterday if he suffers from nerves at all. He said, no, I'm calm, I'm at ease, I'm happy with the preparation work we've done. Rudy Garcia pointing out that his team are very much the underdog. Supporters coming into this.
Amazing throughout this World Cup. Just amazing. Same thing in here today.
I'll tell you what, it's warm inside the stadium as well. That is noticeable. We are indoors in the main. There are open sections that you can't see, but away to our left and away to our right, even though the majority of this stadium is under a roof, it still has that outdoor feel to it, Glenn, doesn't it?
Yeah, we felt that when we came into the building. But, you know, at our vantage point here, we're pretty high up. It is warm.
These two playing for a place in the semi-final against France in Dallas next week. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃𝐃. Simon earning his 64th cap for Spain today in goal. Launched long by Barrow. 𝗄̀ᴜ getting chased, but was always going to be Thibaut Courtois' ball.
Just to go back to Rodri and the importance of him for Spain and controlling the game and setting the tempo. What Belgium does want to do today is try to force him to pass the ball sideways and backwards. That's almost impossible, but we're going to try to have him pass balls that are sideways or backwards as opposed to breaking lines.
𝗵𝐵 for Spain. Overcooked it. Rodri. Such a fabulous player. I've really enjoyed watching Rodri down the years. So effortless in midfield. Cucurella.
Love seeing him win the Ballon d'Or too.
𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 getting high in the field here. 𝗵𝐵 outside of the boot. Well, he'll try anything. He's a confident young man. And more often than not, he can pull it off too.
And that's what makes him so dangerous, the unpredictable. It's the type of players that people want to come to see. It's a remarkable talent. He even mentioned in the press conference that he's got a much higher ceiling. There's a long way for him to go. I thought that was very mature. He was also deflecting everything away from himself, putting it more on his teammates, the collective nature of the team.
And Spain have never lost when he started a game. 25 matches before today, 19 victories, 5 draws. So he is very much a good omen for Spain. Now can Belgium find a gap here? Castagna back to N'Goy.
And this is good to get some possession and control the game a little bit, make Spain defend. The more you can make them defend, the better. It's not an easy thing to do because you first got to get the ball from them. And Belgium can play in possession also.
Trossard losing it briefly there to Baena.
But that work from Baena led to this bad ball and a loss of possession. So you have to credit Baena there for that hard work because it forced Belgium into an unforced error. Now you got the ball back.
Pedro Porro. Yamal. Porro again. Doku's with it. There's the ball back. Good save.
Satu kerjasama yang baik tadi.
Fabian Ruiz.
Fabian.
Fabian Ruiz brought into the starting lineup. And he has scored the breakthrough goal in Los Angeles.
Yeah, gets a start over Pedri today. But it's his play out wide that penetrates. Doku's trying to get back. Carried away by Courtois, but the quickest man in the penalty area right now. And there's the finish. Tremendous error from Fabian Ruiz. This ball here just sharper than anybody to get there. And Spain is going to the vital game's first goal. It was unfortunately Courtois parried him right to him.
1-0. Spain.
So Spain with the edge. The kings of Europe with their eyes on the throne of the world with the advantage here. Long way to go. Belgium with a player down. And Castagna was struggling.
Goes up with 𝗃𝗄𝗃. Sure.
With his first goal for Spain since scoring twice in a 4-1 win against Switzerland in the Nations League back in September of 2024. His 7th goal for his country overall.
This is the penetration from a wide area that's important. The first time hit from Olmo, and just jumping on this faster than anybody, seeing it faster than anybody. It's Fabian Ruiz, another one of these incredibly gifted technical players of Spain after Courtois had come up with the first save. But it all starts off wide penetration and forcing Doku to defend. So it's a great, great goal for Spain. Against a hot team like Belgium, coming off a very emotional big win over the United States 4-1, you want to get the first goal.
Well, some big names from both film and music. Penelope Cruz there on the left, and certain Noel Gallagher of Oasis fame, who's heard his rendition of Wonderwall ringing out after each England success at these finals. And being an avid Manchester City supporter, he'll be rooting for the likes of Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne out there. With his first goal for Spain since scoring twice in a 4-1 win against Switzerland in the Nations League back in September of 2024. His 7th goal for his country overall.
This is the penetration from a wide area that's important. The first time hit from Olmo, and just jumping on this faster than anybody, seeing it faster than anybody. It's Fabian Ruiz, another one of these incredibly gifted technical players of Spain after Courtois had come up with the first save. But it all starts off wide penetration and forcing Doku to defend. So it's a great, great goal for Spain. Well, he seems up for the moment. Just the incredible quick feed against a hot team like Belgium, coming off a very emotional big win over the United States 4-1. You want to get the first goal. You run at people, you're going to draw free kicks. You got to have those types of players in your team in Spain.
Well, some big names from both.
It's led by
music. Penelope Cruz there on the left, and certain Noel Gallagher of Oasis fame, who's heard his rendition of Wonderwall ringing out after each England success at these finals. Clutch of players there, Olmo, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Yamal, in conversation. To City supporter, he'll be rooting for the likes of Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne. You would think this would favour the left foot of Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, it's definitely at an angle. A little bit of a three-man wall. Behind the ball.
Stung the palms there of the Belgian goalkeepers.
Yeah, everybody pretty much got the ball, but it was amazing that last sequence. His left foot right
Did he get away from the Belgian players there?
There's a very dangerous rebound that was left because of the power on the hit from Lamine Yamal.
Bayana's corner is a short one to Fabian Ruiz. Olmo, Michael Oliver gets in his way. Hands an apology from the man in the middle, and a wry smile from Dani Olmo, but whistles and cheers from the Spanish fans.
Well, you don't see it too often. But to be fair, it did kill off a good attack. That the point of attack was being switched to the far side of the field. It looks very promising, but it happens.
Olmo harus menabrak wasit. Bersiap-siap Lukaku di tengah lapangan.
A glimpse there of the Belgian subs, and they could be oh so important. They have been at this World Cup. They've had 5 goals scored by substitutes at these finals. Substitutes have contributed more than any other
Satu
team.
serangan kali ini
Was it?
berhasil dengan baik. Antisipasi
Now
kiper.
given the signal, but there was an arm used by Bayana.
But this is just a great direct
Namun
run.
kontrol bola tadi sepertinya
Yeah,
menyenangi
just a
tangan.
little below the shoulder. It's like they're shot out of a cannon. All of a sudden, somebody's making this penetrating run. Yeah, we're used to the in-tight combination play, but all of a sudden, the ability to go vertical and go with a bit of a longer ball, that variety is really difficult to deal with.
Brad Pitt here. Told you the Hollywood stars were out in force. It is Spain here, looking to make a blockbuster headline by making it through to the final 4. Simon. And with each minute that passes, that record that the Spanish goalkeeper currently holds increases. Over 10 hours without a World Cup goal conceded, beating the previous record that was held by a certain Walter Zenga back in the 90s. And in truth, not too much for Unai Simon to worry about thus far. Here's Rodri for Spain.
The word effortless with Rodri. Has 2 guys on him, gets out of pressure, the ball's now on the other side of the field. Belgium has had to shift all the way over now.
Satu kerjasama yang baik. Spanyol gol. Berhasil ditahan oleh depan belakang.
Up to 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 and just belted away by the
Cukup rapi bagi dia kembali mempertahankan barisan belakangnya.
Kevin De Bruyne not getting on the ball a lot for Belgium in this first half, and that's what they would want.
Bayana popping up in a more central position at the moment. Castagna to 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃. He's in a feral tussle there with Laporte. Against a little touchy between those two.
Yeah, that was bound to happen here today, I think, with the meeting of these 2 men. Because 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃 is not going to stop chasing things. Comes off a 2-goal performance against the United States. And he's going up against a tremendous center back in Laporte.
Porro flying up on the right here. Porro, Rodri. Dani Olmo, who I've seen score some really important goals over the last few years for Spain. 𝗄𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵
Yang minta di sendiri melewati 2 pemain, merasakan bola, namun masih digeser sedikit ke sisi kiri yang gawang.
And he beats a few, it's off target. But shaking the hips, change of direction. And then a good shooting angle, just pulled his shot wide, but his ability and dribbling game is on here today, there's no question about that.
Jeremy Doku. Followed closely by Porro. The keeper had made an underlapping run for Doku.
Cross saja.
Not bad at all.
Tidak ada pemain untuk menyambutnya. Masih dikuasai pemain Belgia.
The cross was a disappointing one.
Coba bongkar pertahanan Spain di dalam kotak penaltinya. 1-9. Luar biasa. Kerjasama yang cukup baik tadi. Setelah beberapa serangan beruntun. 𝗃𝐄𝐃 berhasil menyamakan kedudukan di menit ke-40 untuk Belgia. 1-1. Dengan hidung berdarah.
Extended territorial possession. Great ball movement. They're going to ultimately get it out wide here. And then this is the delivery. Ultimately, he's going to get in here. It's looking to see if this is being checked. But the 𝗃𝐃𝐃 there, just so aggressive to get ahead on it. Just the first to get his head to it. That's a good goal. It's a great goal.
It's a great goal. A fabulous header in the last game. He scores a header in this one. It's checked. It's good. We're back underway. Spain 1, Belgium 1.
Semakin seru pertandingan ini, 1-1 saudara. Masih di babak pertama sudah 2 gol
Another
tercipta.
memorable moment for the Atlanta striker, 𝗃𝐃𝐃, who's managed to rebuild his career in the last few years. He had a move to Milan that didn't quite work out. But very much on song for Belgium at these finals.
Now got 3 goals in 2 games. I mean, he was a one-man wrecking machine against the U.S.
Belgium score with their first effort on target. 𝗃𝐃𝐃, Trossard. 𝗃𝐃𝐃 very nearly nicking that away from 𝗃𝐃𝐃. There was a foul spotted by
handball.
Handball, yeah.
Handball's going to bring out a yellow.
Comparcy is the corner shots of Corona.
Maybe that's what it was. Either way, Comparsy's got to play the game differently now as a center back carrying a yellow, the 19-year-old. Exceptional player, mature beyond his years.
Trossard, Ngoy, Castagna, 𝗃𝐃𝐃 making himself available.
And Belgium just brimming with confidence now after the goal. Ball's moving off their feet quicker. They're getting more possession in the opponent's half of the field and the Spain half of the field.
Semakin percaya diri pemain Belgia dengan gol yang diciptakan tadi untuk menyamakan kedudukan di menit ke-40.
Well, they have been scoring freely at this tournament, Belgium. Ahead of today, only France have scored more than them so far. 12 goals in 3 matches prior to today. But that's a turnover that might present problems for Belgium. 𝗄𝐵𝐵,
Lamin, pelanggaran.
And 𝗃𝐃𝐃 is pulled up for a foul.
2 pemain bayanginya.
Belgian fans not liking it. And here's a delivery from a wide area. This is going to prove that 𝗃𝐃𝐃 is onside.
By a fraction.
Not by much. But isn't that the way it is these days?
By margins, they always are in games like this. 𝗃𝐃𝐃. He's got just the balance of a ballerina, hasn't he? It's incredible.
Incredible. Satu coba serangan namun bola melandung.
It's just remarkable how Spain has to deal with so many teams that defend in a low block, and they just embrace the challenge. But here's the bent-in delivery. And that's just get your head there first. It's just a flying header from 𝗃𝐃𝐃 to get
Dengan
there
gaya
first.
terbangnya,
Spectacular goal. Great delivery
berhasil
from
menyamakan kedudukan
Castagna.
1-1. 5 menit additional time.
Tells 𝗃𝐃𝐃. Also a Flemish tennis champion for his age group when he was 10 years of age. And his goal here as Belgium level, we are into a minimum of 5 additional minutes at the end of the opening period. Olmo looking to bring it under control, and Ňēʏvīre with a
Tidak berhasil
swipe away.
tadi
Corner to Spain.
untuk mengontrol bola dengan baik.
Very important corner here, an opportunity to produce something here heading into the locker room.
Serangan pojokannya untuk Spanyol. Satu peluang kembali dapatkan di additional time ini.
They're all coming forward. Laporte.
To take this, 𝗄𝐿 is available as a short option, fizzed in near post instead, De Bruyne behind it.
Kembali bola meninggalkan lapangan, tendangan pojok. Lagi untuk Spain. 4 pemain dalam kotak penalti. Rodri, tendangan saja namun berhasil ditahan oleh pemain belakang. Coba ini serangan cepat Belgium. Oh. Adu balik, serangan balik terjadi antara dua kesebelasan ini di akhir-akhir babak pertama.
𝗄𝐿 is out there offering support. 𝗄𝐿 waiting in the middle. Ruiz has joined him.
Lambung saja bola meninggalkan lapangan. Kembali aman di Belgia. 2 menit tambahan waktu. Hanya tersisa 3 menit pertandingan ini.
Well, here's Kevin De Bruyne at the near post. This one he doesn't get ahead on.
Saling adu
serangan
counter attack. Dan terlihat Belgium memiliki spirit lebih panas setelah berhasil memenangkan kedudukan. Dan ini merupakan kebobolan pertama bagi Spanyol. Wah, what the dua pemain Spanyol berterbukan cukup keras di lapangan.
Very much the silent assassin for Spain. He's had a fabulous tournament, 4 goals, and he often goes under the radar. That's painful, no doubt. He'll be fine. But a lot of the other Spanish players tend to get all the glory. There's Pedri, who was left out from the start. 𝗄𝐿 just has this ability of.
Setelah tidak pernah kebobolan, akhirnya Spanyol gol, kebobolan juga Kerawat.
Yeah, he's one of these strikers. It's based on movement, mobility. He's got this sense of knowing where the ball's going to be before it gets there. Wonderful player. He's maybe you got to say he's your goal scorer, right? Along with hoping that 𝗄𝐿 is going to start breaking the net a little bit more.
And credit to him, he's reinvented himself. In many ways, 𝗄𝐿 started out very much as a wide man, but now playing down the middle as a number 9. They only selected one traditional number 9. Spain.
Satu serangan cepat kali di Belgia. Masih mencari kawan dia di sana. Disayangkan melewati 2 pemain Spain. Masih berputar dalam kotak penalti. Umpan lambung saja, cross melambung, namun bola meninggalkan lapangan.
Whenever Jeremy Doku gets the ball in the attacking third, it's cause for real
Bermain cukup baik, Doku.
With his ability to beat people off the dribble.
Sangat baik.
Got some cause in his nose to deal with some bleeding.
Going back to Jeremy Doku, Pep Guardiola once said he's the best in the world over the first 5 meters.
Pelanggaran dorongan dilakukan oleh Yamin.
Rapid out of the blocks, Jeremy Doku, and Pedro Porro. Has to be very careful with him.
Well, the greats all have that, right? They're explosive over a couple of yards. Yeah, whether it's Messi, 𝗄𝐿, that's what they have. Erling Haaland, different type of striker.
Berakhir sudah babak pertama. Espanya, Spain, Spanyol berhadapan dengan Belgium, Belgia. Perempat final Piala Dunia 2026. Skor 1-1. Setelah Ruiz tadi di 30 menit pertama dan Leclerc membalas di menit 41. Dari Los Angeles, California. Kita akan kembali setelah pesan-pesan berikut ini. Stay tune, babak kedua. Jangan lupa pullingnya. Pegang apa?
In his nose to deal with some bleeding.
Well, going back to Jeremy Doku, Pep Guardiola once said he's the best in the world over the first 5 meters.
Bola lebih dikuasai oleh Spanyol di babak pertama ini. Sampai 53% kontrol bola. Serangan-serangan lebih banyak dilakukan. Namun Belgia melakukan banyak juga serangan-serangan balik berbahaya. Dan gol yang dilakukan juga dari kerjasama yang cukup baik tadi.
Possession going towards Spain, trying to carve out chances and openings and all the movement and mobility, and then in moments, real danger. I think we saw for sure from Belgium, led to one of their goals. They got a little bit more confidence off their extended possession, but this one played out, I think, how many people thought it would.
Such an amazing venue, this. Not just inside it, but outside as well. As you can see, the grounds are beautiful. You've got the lake out there. You've got the outdoor garden space as well. Stands right under the flight path into Los Angeles Airport. Quite often you see planes coming over the top. I was here for a tour of the stadium
from Los
a couple of days
Angeles,
ago.
California.
Absolutely incredible place, and I've spoken to a lot of commentators who've travelled all around North America at this World Cup, and they've all pretty much said that this venue is the one that has left a lasting impression in terms of what it offers.
Yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles, and I think that's one of the things you've heard from a lot of people coming from overseas, just, you know, the infrastructure and the stadiums and how good they are, and just how many bells and whistles they have.
Akan hal tersebut.
Ya, sangat setuju ya, bagaimana kinerja, bagaimana style of play.
¿Qué análisis hacéis de esta primera parte? Partido completísimo de España, impecable, con ese jarro de agua fría y casi al final.
Sí, lo que preveíamos también, uno de sus puntos fuertes clarísimos, cómo atacaban el área. Habíamos minimizado esas posibilidades de centro porque realmente tiene mucha efectividad de cara al gol, lo ha mostrado durante todo el torneo y previo a venir aquí. Y en puntos de remate pues tiene gente de mucho tamaño, es complicado defenderles, y la única que no hemos conseguido evitar el centro pues nos han marcado. Pero bueno, es una España que el partido lo hemos llevado donde queríamos, quizás un poco más de calma en el último tercio para esta decisión del último pase, de la última acción. Necesitaremos en la segunda parte si llevamos el partido a los mismos derroteros.
Pues a transmitírselo a los jugadores en el vestuario. Gracias.
Venga, gracias.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Ya, kita lihat ya bagaimana style of play.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Une douleur à l'adducteur pendant l'échauffement, donc il a été remplacé par Hans pour le début du match. Alors l'Espagne a marqué sur une de ses forces, hein. On savait que ces combinaisons là sur le côté étaient dangereuses et un petit peu d'apatisme là. Ouais, c'est une mi-temps à laquelle on s'attendait, une équipe qui est en possession, l'autre qui est un petit peu plus en transition. Ceci dit, il y a eu une belle réaction et je pense qu'on a utilisé un petit peu mieux nos transitions. Après avoir pris ce but, j'ai l'impression que ça nous a un petit peu décomplexé que d'avoir pris ce but et on s'est un petit peu plus lâché. Dernière chose, est-ce qu'il faut attendre des changements à la mi-temps? Non, je pense pas. On va continuer sur ce plan de jeu-là et on va attendre la deuxième mi-temps, pardon. Ouais, pour les changements. Merci beaucoup, Claude. Merci. Bonne deuxième.
Messi.
Jalannya babak yang pertama, kedua tim saling bisa merespon ya tekanan di 45 menit babak yang pertama. Sementara kita lihat dulu bagaimana statistik yang terjadi di jalannya babak yang pertama. Ada beberapa angka yang memang didominasi oleh Spanyol, Bung Supri.
Iya, position kontrolnya jelas ya, 53%. kemudian 9 attempt, berbeda dengan Belgia yang mampu hanya menciptakan 2 attempt, 3 attempt on target dan 1 on target. Belgia mencoba untuk bermain lebih efektif, walaupun inisiatif permainan, kontrol permainan, dominasi sejauh ini lini tengah dari Spanyol lebih menguasai permainan.
53%
seru tentunya satu sama
kontrol
agak
untuk
sedikit di luar dugaan juga ya. Artinya pertahanan Spanyol yang sudah begitu kokoh selama 650 menit akhirnya di Piala Dunia
jebol juga.
runtuh juga. Tapi bukan berarti runtuh juga harapan mereka untuk bisa melenggang ke fase semifinal, masih ada babak yang kedua. Dan untuk Belgia sendiri mereka mendapatkan gol tadi.
Satu sama attempt to goal juga mendapatkan 2-2. Attempt on target
Iya, sementara kita lihat ya statistik dari Fabian Ruiz juga. Sekarang kita sudah bisa melihat inilah dia hasil dari pergantian yang membuahkan hasil, di mana Ruiz bermain sejak menit awal.
Ya, mampu untuk bisa membuat lini tengah dari Spanyol stabil, kemudian dia dengan pergerakannya mampu juga menciptakan 1 gol penting, walaupun dari distance coverage-nya juga Fabian juga sangat tinggi ya,
malah mencapai
dengan passing sukses
speed 31 km per jam.
Distance-nya cukup jauh, ini juga mungkin bagian dari strategi de la Fuente yang jalan ya, artinya memberikan fresh leg dibandingkan Pedri yang sudah mungkin agak sedikit burn out ya, tampil begitu reguler dan juga bahkan mencetak gol.
Ya, kita lihat ya bagaimana alur serangan dari jalannya babak yang pertama tadi.
Banyak kalau serangan untuk Spain.
Ya, ketika berbicara Spanyol, mereka kuat mendominasi lini tengah, kemudian attacking wing play selalu menjadi pendekatan taktikal karena mereka memiliki Yamal. Begitu juga dengan 1 gol penyama kedudukan dari Belgia pun sama. Triangle pass yang mereka bangun, triangle pass yang mereka ciptakan juga mampu untuk mengakhirinya dengan sebuah crossing, dan di sana Charles dengan positioning yang sangat baik mampu melakukan tandukan dengan sangat klinis.
Iya, sementara ini kita lihat juga ya, dan juga Bung Supri, beberapa peluang yang diciptakan oleh Spanyol cukup banyak mereka melakukan anthems.
Dari Garcia membaca situasi ya, ketika mereka mencoba untuk tampil sangat defensif, itu mengundang bencana juga, karena akan terkurung habis oleh Spanyol. Spanyol akan punya banyak peluang. Press untuk tidak membuat nyaman Spanyol. Ya, mereka coba lakukan di 15 menit terakhir tadi ya, sehingga akhirnya mereka bisa mencetak gol.
Baik pemirsa, tetaplah bersama kami. Kita akan segera menyaksikan babak kedua pertandingan antara Spanyol menghadapi Belgia sesaat lagi.
Mimpi cerdas atur keuangan keluarga.
Terciptanya gol pertama bagi Spanyol tadi.
Ya, kita sama ya. Betul. Bagaimana Spanyol ini punya opsi dari sayap maupun juga dari tengah, karena mereka memang punya kemampuan, punya materi yang cukup bagus. Ini kita lihat serangan diawali dari sisi kanan ya, yang diawali dari Pedro Porro. Sempat memang ada cutback shooting dari Dani Olmo di rebound, dan kemudian sebelum ada gol yang diciptakan oleh Fabian Ruiz di menit ke-30.
Ya, ini kerjasama tim yang sangat baik juga kalau kita lihat ya, Bung Supri.
Ya, bola rebound, bola second ball memang terlihat sekali bahwa pemain belakang dari Belgia banyak tidak mengantisipasi, hanya ball watching ya. Sehingga ketika ada bola rebound, Fabian Ruiz muncul dengan sangat efektif dan dengan kemampuan bukan kaki terkuatnya, dia mampu menciptakan 1 gol.
Iya, Courtois sebenarnya sudah melakukan set tadi cukup baik. Ini bola bawah susah, apalagi jaga gawang.
Jaraknya juga dekat kan?
Jaraknya juga dekat. Jadi dia harus fleksibel, harus juga cepat mengambil keputusan dengan kiper yang begitu menjulang seperti Courtois hampir 2 meter, tentunya tidak mudah. Dan kemudian ini juga kita lihat.
Ya, Courtois ya kembali bisa menyelamatkan. Ini 1 tendakan dari Lamine Yamal, situasi bola mati.
Betul, berarti ada 3 ya.
Ada 3 ya.
Saya koreksi tadi, 1 on target, 1 melebar, 1 side netting. Jadi ini menunjukkan bagaimana pentingnya seorang Lamine Yamal ya, yang kita tahu di awal-awal turnamen ini memang belum fit sehingga tidak dimainkan sebagai starter. Tapi pelan-pelan kita lihat nampaknya sudah kembali bugar dan menjadi katalisator atau pemain utama yang banyak bergerak di sisi kanan, bergerak atau bermain ala Arjen Robben.
Ya, sementara Lamine Yamal memang baru menciptakan 1 gol di turnamen kali ini, tapi ini dia yang berbahaya juga kemampuan dribblenya.
Satu, dia memiliki kemampuan dribble, kemudian cutting inside-nya, mencoba untuk melakukan penetrasi ke dalam, karena dia punya kemampuan kaki kiri yang pastinya akan dieksekusi dengan bola-bola pressing-nya.
Ya, dan ini adalah peluang yang saya katakan tadi ya, side netting.
Ya.
Jadi cukup banyak dia memberikan ancaman. Dan juga kipas tadi ya, gol dari Fabian Ruiz juga diawali kipas dari dia kepada Pedro Porro. Kemudian ada tembakan dari Dani Olmo yang di rebound, tapi kemudian ada Fabian Ruiz mencetak gol. Dan tentunya kita masih menunggu, usianya 18 tahun, masih sangat muda dan baru berulang tanggal 13 Juli ya, akan berulang tahun berarti. Sekarang tanggal berapa sampai lupa.
Sekarang berarti tanggal 11 Juli.
Nah, 2 hari lagi dia ulang tahun ke-19.
19 tahun.
Masih panjang masa depannya.
Dan ini proses terjadinya gol dari Belgia ya. Bagaimana hampir sama. Mereka juga memiliki kekuatan attacking dari wing play, kombinasi yang sangat baik, dan diakhiri dengan sebuah crossing yang sangat akurat, kemudian dengan timing yang sangat bagus. Charles mampu melakukan tandukan yang sangat clear, mengingatkan kinerja performa dari 𝗰𝗵𝗶𝗹.
Ya, jagoan saya tuh tahun 96 ketika membawa Jerman mengalahkan Ceko. Dan kita lihat juga menarik bagaimana 𝗃𝗃 itu mengambil posisi ya, membelakangi salah satu.
Sudutnya agak miring.
Iya, sudutnya agak miring, kemudian dia lari dari agak sedikit blind side dengan tinggi tubuhnya yang cukup menjulang, dia mengambil posisi. Ini tidak mudah. Jadi bukan ball to head, tapi dia yang mencari bola, menciptakan peluang dan mengcover menggunakan badannya dan kemudian menaklukkan Unai Simon. Ini gol tandukan memantul itu buat kiper nggak mudah.
Susah ya,
susah.
berarti ya, Bu ya.
Susah. Apalagi speednya juga cukup kencang.
Ya.
Gitu. Jadi makanya tadi Unai Simon tidak bergerak sama sekali ya.
Apalagi juga kualitas crossingnya itu kan membuat seorang striker antara mau keluar atau tidak.
Iya.
Ya kan. Itu juga sesuatu yang sulit untuk bisa diantisipasi oleh seorang penjaga gawang.
Iya, satu gol dari 𝗃𝗃 yang tentunya bisa menyamai kedudukan sejauh ini di pertandingan Spanyol berhadapan dengan Belgia di jalannya babak yang pertama. Tapi kalau kita lihat dari perjalanan untuk di babak yang kedua nanti, karena kalau kita lihat sebetulnya hasil imbang bukan yang diinginkan oleh kedua tim.
Benar sekali. Siapa yang mau butuh imbang?
Mungkin satu hal yang menarik adalah ini pertama kali Spanyol kebobolan. Artinya motivasi ataupun juga speech mungkin dari De La Fuente untuk membuat para pemain Spanyol tidak down ini sangat penting ya. Walaupun kita tahu semua mereka adalah pemain yang sangat tertempa di liganya masing-masing, tapi tentunya Belgia di sisi lain, nah ini tidak bisa saja nanti menjadi frustrasi. Tapi kalau saja misalnya tidak berhasil, Belgia bisa ada tempo apa ini. Kita lihat juga bagaimana pengalaman dari pelatih dan para pemain senior di kesebelasan Belgia yang relatif ya lebih berpengalaman bisa keluar dari tekanan ini. Selamat menyaksikan dari Stadion Los Angeles yang penuh dengan layar-layar lebar sehingga Anda tidak akan ketinggalan momen-momen apapun. Selamat menyaksikan.
Transferan masuk, Terima BCA, duit better bisa di pocket rupiah. Lalu kunci
with Visa. Paint. Sweat. Cheers. Rinse. Repeat. Care for your skin like you care for the game with Dove Men.
Do you call it soccer or do you call it football?
Really?
You're right. Who gives a... It doesn't matter what you call it. 90 minutes is what matters. The odds matter.
You call it soccer or you call it football?
Move on, because the beautiful game has a million shifting factors. Canada's premier betting destination for the world's game. Bet with Sports Interaction.
Belgium making their way back out in LA, having tied the game in the 41st minute through Charles de Ketelaere. Fabian Ruiz had given Spain the 30th minute lead, but it is 1-1 as we send you back to Paul Walker.
Welcome back to Los Angeles. We're at half-time. It is Spain 1, Belgium 1 in the World Cup quarter-final. The winner of this goes to Dallas next to face France, who prevailed against Morocco.
Pemenang dari pertandingan ini akan menghadapi France di Dallas nantinya.
Interesting matchup this one for sure.
Yang malam kemarin sudah menaklukkan Maroko dengan 2-0.
Intriguing quarterfinals to come as well. Norway in their first ever quarterfinal against England tomorrow, and the defending champions Argentina against Switzerland, who are in the quarterfinals for the first time since 1954.
Argentina akan berhadapan dengan Swiss.
So Spain ahead through Fabian Ruiz, cancelled out by Charles de Ketelaere. Spain conceding from only the 6th shot they have faced at these finals. Remarkable that incredible wall has finally been breached.
Babak kedua. Set 4, 2, 1.
Second half underway, we play to a finish in LA. Spain in the red shirts, kicking from right to left in this second half.
Well, let's see how Spain reacts after giving up the late goal. I think it's more of the same for them, no question about it, and I think it's a huge confidence boost for Belgium. And this has always had the feel to me.
Spanyol seperti biasa berbaju merah, berada di sisi kanan, akan menyerang dari kanan ke kiri. Nggak mungkin dong menyerang gawangnya sendiri.
Who replaced Luis Enrique back in December of 2022. Aiming to lead Spain into just their second World Cup semi-final. The last time they got to the Final Four, they went on to lift the trophy, that Ďombre Iniesta goal in Johannesburg, earning them global glory. Here's Jeremy
Belgium kali ini.
Sniffing out something, but Unai Simon smartly off his line.
Trossard was at the other end of the field defending 𝗃𝐃𝐃, and he's almost on the end of that. Show you the ground that he's covering. Uncharacteristic, unforced error coming from Spain that led to that chance.
Balik lagi ke daerah pertahanan Spain. Terobosan. Namun sudah terlebih dahulu berada dalam posisi offside. Lamine-Yamal.
But the idea is great here. And these are the types of runs. And it's not, you know, you look at that and it's not by much. So those runs that are coming from him and are dangerous, and even Lamine-Yamal knows it's a matter of inches.
Well, Belgium have got one against the reigning European champions. They haven't scored twice against them in the last 11 meetings. You've got to go back to the 1980 European Championship.
find the last time that Belgium scored 2 against Spain. Cross up.
Well, I think more importantly, Belgium hasn't beaten Spain in 11 matches.
Tangling with Fabian Ruiz.
We've talked about so many of the great players in the history of the game here. Their last World Cup, well, Kevin De Bruyne is another one.
Doku on the search. Away from Rodri.
Lagi-lagi Doku. Dua pemain Bayangnya.
But a corner has been given.
And I think of the players that are playing up high, like Jeremy Doku. Now, Laporte can handle it for sure, but maybe Pau Kubarsi, maybe that's not his thing. And maybe Belgium feels they can maybe outmuscle the center backs at times of Spain.
So now swinger. Clatter clear by Porro. The whistle had gone for a push in there. Bayana was the one on the receiving end.
Lots of movement. The 𝗃𝐃 is getting hugged there a little bit. So he's so subjective with all the grabbing, the clutching, the movement, the pushing, the positioning. Sometimes you hear a whistle and you're kind of worried about what's going to happen after that.
Belgium in their first quarter-final since Russia 2018. They were underdogs in that game as well, and they managed to beat Brazil.
Great example of 𝗄𝐵 going wide and opening the channel up for the run coming behind him.
𝗄𝐵 to Bayana. 𝗄𝐵.
Bayana sudah Kukurea.
Bayana trying to give Castagna the slip. Rodri.
Masih mencoba. Ramai kali ini dua pemain Membayangi masih dalam fase penalti mencari peluang untuk menembak dan 𝗃𝐃
Bayana bringing 𝗃𝐃 into the equation. 𝗃𝐃 let it go for Fabian Ruiz. He leaves it for 𝗄𝐵.
Di tengah ke masuk ke kotak penalti, masih melenceng. Tendangan pojok untuk Spain.
Deal with 𝗄𝐵. He goes wide. Do you go with him? Do you not? Here's 𝗃𝐃 fighting to keep this alive and creating a chance through sheer effort as that falls beautifully to the left foot of 𝗄𝐵. Now we've seen him in that area a lot.
Corner play short.
Lambung.
One in there, not a down. Comes the way of Dani Olmo.
Kembali 𝗄𝐵.
It is nowhere near though.
Oh, he thought it was dropping for him perfectly. Dani Olmo, such a fun player to watch, finding those pockets of space. Looks like Luis de la Fuente is getting set to bring on a change here, and a change that's a good one. If you look at their bench, and I'm not going to jump ahead of you here, Paul, but there's a few good options on that Spanish bench. Let's just say that.
Yeah, got a glimpse there of Ferran Torres and Pedri. So changes afoot. Bayana for Spain. 𝗃𝐃. Some space here, certainly for Fabian Ruiz to operate in. Taking his time though.
Serangan kali ini untuk Spanyol.
Rodri.
𝗃𝐃 coba crossing, tidak mampu dijangkau. Terlalu deras 𝗃𝐃. Memberikan crossing lurus tadi. Lalu ke depan saja. Belum ada serangan berbahaya dari Belgia di babak kedua ini. Di menit ke-54.
Pedri waiting to come on for Spain. They have emerged now at the edge of the pitch.
coba mengatur serangan dari daerah pertahanan sendiri. Gosing ke depan. Doku lagi-lagi di sana. Cukup lelah Doku.
He's had some niggling injuries, and I believe he became a father. A lot of things going on in his life, and they're hoping that today this could be a big breakout game for Jeremy Doku at the right time.
Leandro Trossard of Arsenal.
Siapa yang akan dituju? Doku. Lobati dua pemain. Crossing. Sayang sekali. Cukup baik kerjasama kita ke dalam kotak penalti dilakukan oleh 3 pemain. Koordinir Doku mengatur serangan terobosan.
He started this attack. He got it out wide. He was an option, and I thought he might control it and try to finish. Instead, he played a one-time ball.
Fabian Ruiz and Alex Baena, the two to be withdrawn by Luis de la Fuente. And Pedri.
Gantian dari Spanyol.
Now on. Pedri, one of those left out from the start.
You got to think, Paul, that Ruben Diaz has to be thinking of making changes to counter this.
Taken there.
Tidak banyak pelanggaran yang terjadi. Ada satu pertandingan yang tadi dikeluarkan oleh wasit. Cukup fair pertandingan ini.
Just their ability, Spain, to be able to take the tempo of the game. Can go full tilt and then they can just slow it right back down again. Dani Olmo, Rodri.
Porro.
Lamine-Yamal. Torres.
Lamin coba mengatur serangan. Torres. Berbahaya. Bola terlalu melambung, meninggalkan lapangan kembali. Serangan gawang saja untuk Belgium.
To create the overload, it created a lot of space for Porro to then get into the attacking third, and as you mentioned, the delivery not there in the end.
Changes of foot as well for Belgium.
Lukaku bersiap-siap.
Lukaku, Alex Witsel ready to come on. Miles Garrett of the LA Rams is here. Plays his football in this stadium, American football. And Rudy Garcia ready to make changes of his own. Belgium's all-time top scorer will be with us shortly, Romelu Lukaku.
It's going to get interesting. You had to think the response would come pretty quick, and it has.
Lamine-Yamal.
Berbahaya sekali. Berhasil disapu saja oleh kiper tadi. Beruntun Spanyol menggempur pertahanan Belgia. Di paruh pertama babak kedua ini.
Belgium just have to stick at this, stay with Spain for as long as they can. Barcelona's Pedri to Barcelona's Lamine-Yamal. Stolen by Jeremy Doku, and this is where
Jeremy Doku, apakah ia masih akan mengeluarkan kartu kuning? Tidak. Sudah melakukan serangan tadi Doku, terpaksa di-tackle. Berbahaya ke sini, Lamin berhasil melakukannya. Harus mendorong.
Allows your team to get back behind the ball, and here's Spain getting set for their changes with Witsel and Lukaku.
It's going to be a triple change as well, I think. 𝐃𝐄𝐃 is down there and ready for action. Just got away from 𝗃𝐃𝐃. It's a loose pass from him. Brought down by Olmo. He can use 𝗃𝐃𝐃 if he wants to. Reports. So wide for 𝗃𝐃𝐃. And Goy behind.
Kandas lagi satu serangan.
Here we go. A raft of changes to come now for Belgium. The vastly experienced
𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃.
His first appearance at these finals as a sub against the USA. Van Aken has gone off. Trossard has gone off. Romelu Lukaku is now with us. The first appearance at the tournament for 𝐃𝐄𝐃 of Club Brugge. And he will slot into that left back position, vacated by the keeper. Level of fear. Oh, Courtois managing to get knuckles on it.
Kembali Yamal dibentahkan, satu tendangan kerasnya.
That's the thing with him, you just can't take a breath when Yamal's on the ball.
Just seems to be getting closer and closer to producing a second goal here for Spain, Yamal.
Terobosan dari Doku.
Doku is definitely the outball for Belgium.
Terobosan sendiri dia di sana. Tidak ada pemain. Lukaku sudah menyambut di sana. Terjadi protes. Menganggap sudah menyentuh tangan salah seorang pemain dari Spain tadi. Mendapat protes dari pemain Belgia. Jelas handsball tadi di sana.
The far post was Lukaku, and that's what Spain has got to be careful of now. It's Belgium, Doku, Lukaku in transition. And that was a beautifully put together moment there, timed beautifully.
Olmo finding Yamal. 𝗃𝐃𝐃 wanting it.
Pushed
inside 𝗃𝐃𝐃. Courtois again, fabulous stop. Just really intelligent goalkeeping. That is someone who knows exactly the exact geography of his penalty area.
Sigap,
Through years of
kiper dari
experience.
Belgia ini mengantisipasi serangan cepat tadi.
Well, it's going to have to be something special to beat him at the near post.
Menahan dari sisi dalam, bukan dari luar.
Corner is short. Olmo, Pedro Porro, and back again. And again.
Torres masuk ke kotak penalti mencari peluang. Beruntun, Rodrik masih kuasai pemain Spanyol.
That's the thing with them, they don't force it, do they? If it's not on there, more than happy to go back and start fresh.
Yeah, they'll recirculate it. They've done it when they've looked like they're in a posture.
Masih aman kali ini dalam kotak penalti Belgia. Yamal is tripped. Yamal is tripped.
This is a time of real concern here now for Spain, because you got to be careful in transition when you lose the ball now with Doku.
Harus berhati-hati emang Spanyol untuk melakukan serangan, karena Belgia melakukan serangan-serangan balik cepat yang berbahaya.
take a little bit less risk now with your center
terlalu
backs
asik
trying to join
menyerang.
them in the attack.
Bola meninggalkan lapangan, hanya tendangan gawang untuk Spain.
Making his first appearance at this World Cup. No challenge bigger than the one he's facing at the moment.
And there's Lamal going to the far post. Courtois sees this all the way again. That's that patented left foot trying to wrap it around. He's been getting in on his left foot. He's had a lot of looks at goal. Just has not produced the finish.
.400 pas komplit dari Spanyol, hanya 183. Sampai 3 kali lipatnya pas komplit. Cukup baik pemain Spanyol menguasai jalannya pertandingan. Penguasaan bola. Dalam kotak penalti, kemelut.
Again, they've managed to close the door on him. And Jeremy Doku has earned Belgium a free kick respite for them.
But that's how quick Spain gets after it. Lamine Yamal got doubled up, he got smothered, and this is Spain hunting the ball right away, right near the goal, hoping to get an immediate chance. That's that repress. Courtois just going down.
Well, he would not go down.
Apa terjadi dengan kiper ini? Kiper Belgia yang mengalami cedera, bermain cukup baik dia pada pertandingan ini, menahan sejumlah gempuran berbahaya dari pemain-pemain Spain. Khususnya dari Lamine Yamal.
This was the challenge at the near post again. Decade of service to this man. And I'll tell you, when you're down there and you're close to him, you see how small the goal looks with him standing in it.
Totally. And of course he knows a lot of the opposing players today.
Hydration break, kesempatan bagi kiper untuk healing, melakukan pijat terapi. Masih 1-1, Spain berhadapan dengan Belgia, perempat final Piala Dunia 2026 dari Los Angeles, California.
Jadi warga, hubungi kami, token 188 atau cek My Telkomsel, pilih aja IndiHome. Kami langsung datang, jangan lupa cek dulu warga. Pasang, cetekin, gas. Waktunya IndiHome.
Nah, betul IndiHome, tipu aja gitu.
Gabung sama 10 juta pelanggan IndiHome lainnya warga. IndiHome, dekatkan pengalaman.
Excuse me. Who's that? Online data tracker. Follows me everywhere I browse.
Himself, no question. He has been just a joy to watch off the dribble, but I also think that Belgium, in certain moments and times, have done a good job of defending him, especially as of late here. They've been doubling him up, but he's such a difficult player to play against. So dribble out to the sideline, and you have to say to yourself, well, do I go get tight with him there? Do I concede that? Do I stay next to my left center back, or do I go out there? If you go out there, you concede a lot of space, and Spain knows that, and they drive runners through there. So it is a really complicated game of measurement dealing with a player of that ability. And the other thing is when they're in possession, Spain in and around your box, like if you're a half a yard late to them, that's all it takes for them to get a clean shot or to create a small margin or a small window.
Well, whatever the issue was for Thibaut Courtois. A repeat of the 1986 quarter-final in Mexico. Belgium triumphed on penalties as Lukaku gets his first touch of the match since coming on. Eloy Alaya missing Spain's only kick in the shootout. Leo van der Elst scored Belgium's decisive penalty to send them through, and that remains Belgium's only penalty shootout success at the major tournament. Could get them today, you never know. A lot of football still to be played before we consider that, though. Ferran Torres, Rodri. Porro seeking out 𝗃𝗃 and finding him. 𝗄ᴏ𝗶𝗹. Pedri. Rodri looking for 𝗃𝗃.
Berbahaya sekali Peter, namun sudah terlebih dahulu berada dalam posisi offside. Terpaksa diganti kiper dari Belgia.
Well, he gave it a go, but he can't continue. So Courtois leaves us. Senat Lommens of Manchester United comes on. Oh, that is not a sign that we want to see.
Bermain cukup baik di babak pertama panjang pertandingan. Menahan gempuran dari Spanyol. Lamens ini.
Think about that in the context of just this game right now. Lamens comes in, Manchester United for a legend. Biggest minutes of his international career. And you're coming in against Spain.
It's only his third senior cap. The son of Lommens, but had a very good season with Manchester United. Here he is now playing in a World Cup quarter-final.
Good season with United, Manchester United.
Just to get a feel of things. Clatters it downfield, or it's won by Kubasi.
If I'm Belgium, I think you want Romelu Lukaku in and around Kubasi. As opposed to Laporte, because I just think the strength and power that he has, he can just create space for himself in and around the box. Just like a battering ram up front.
Now Ferran Torres has found a pocket of space. 𝗵𝗏.
And can't find the right ball in. Took it to his right that time. Couldn't pull it back. Two difference makers there, Yamal and Courtois.
Well, he had been out of work, Rudi Garcia. He was leaving Napoli in 2023 when he was given the Belgian job. The Frenchman, who famously won a league and cup double with Lille. Also been at Roma, Marseille, Lyon, Al Nassr. Pedri. Dani Olmo into
Berbahaya bola ketinggal.
Wow, Olmo just tripped it in behind the Belgian line. That was amazing and whipped it into the feet.
Torres let it go. 𝗟𝗏 tried to pick him out.
Trying everything, dummies, tricks, flicks. They're getting in behind the lines. They're getting crosses in. Spain's trying everything, bending but not breaking Belgium.
Dani Olmo. Lamine Yamal having a go. Swept away by Raskan. But at the moment, it is attack against defense.
Tanpa henti, Spanyol terus menyerang tahanan Belgia.
No change to the scoreline. Spain 1, Belgium 1. Castagna. Too high for Lukaku.
Terlalu tinggi untuk dijangkau Lukaku di depan.
3 goals at these finals, all from the bench. All from the 86th minute onwards.
We're still 12 minutes away from that marker.
Lamine masih.
Sent over towards Olmo. Vision there from Lamine Yamal was exquisite. And the way he just
how quickly he played
fall into a standing position like
that. Yeah, and that's so quickly. It's like he snaps it in there. That's remarkable. It's good credit to Belgium because they defended well for a time period here. And I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, they're announcing the attendance, 70,492. But I would just say that the concentration level of Belgium, you really got to give them
70.500.
How focused. This is not easy. Chasing, moving in relation to where a ball goes over and over for these long time periods.
Saw the foul on Pedro. And now the club at the moment, free agent. He was at Girona last season, who were relegated to the Spanish second division. Lamine Yamal is still waiting for his big moment at this World Cup.
Yamal masih sendiri berikan pada belakang. Kontrol.
Jeremy Doku looking to alleviate the pressure.
Doku bermain cukup baik. 3 pemain coba dilewati.
On it goes to Raskan, who's fouled by Pedro Porro.
Porro menjatuhkan. Luar biasa Doku.
This is his best football in this 2026 World Cup. Sometimes the opponent brings the best out in you. That last attack for Spain, Ferran Torres was wide open at the far post. And you can see him, he was upset he didn't get the ball.
Masih 1-1, 76 menit. 7 pertandingan berlangsung. Lebih dominan Spanyol memang melakukan serangan-serangan.
Those red shirts are everywhere. And Belgium digging in. Sukaramai. Porro. Rodri. And the Spanish machine just keeps on moving.
You see Doku back there helping with Yamal.
Sace putting that one away, but it's not long before Spain are back on the ball again.
But Sace has done very, very well since he's come on against Lamine Yamal and on that side of the field. He's helping Belgium control that side of the field. Nobody has gotten behind him yet.
Kali ini serangan cepat, cukup baik Torres.
At times, if anything, they're just a little bit guilty of trying to be too fancy.
penalty.
1-2 mereka di dalam kotak penalti, namun berhasil membobol, belum berhasil melesaikan tendangan. William Senior masuk.
Nico Williams and 𝗄ᴏ_𝗶𝗹 is withdrawn. The top scorer of these finals, he's off. Nico Williams is on. And the first time that we've seen Nico Williams since the group stage. That win over Uruguay, he picked up an injury in that match. Able to take his part here. So Ferran Torres now will operate through the middle. Nico Williams over to the left.
Yeah, and a lot of reports had him not playing today, but I think this is, he might be slightly hurt still, but you're rolling the dice here to get him on because it's such a difficult game here against Belgium. His role has changed. It was to get healthy for hopefully a next game. Well, it's now try to win this game for Spain.
He definitely gives them
80 menit sudah pertandingan ini berlangsung, 10 menit tersisa. Masih adakah gol yang tercipta untuk menentukan siapa pemenang dalam pertandingan ini? Akan berhadapan dengan Prancis di semifinal.
Well, it's been some time since he's gotten minutes, so.
Well, more famous faces. 𝗟𝗏 actress,
𝗟𝗏
songwriter. Anybody who's anybody seems to be here today, including you, Glenn.
How did I get in?
Still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. Well, you're here with me too, so two for the price of one.
I just hang on to your coat.
It's all good.
Masih cukup aman gawang Spanyol dari serangan-serangan.
What a game between two great teams. Now De Bruyne is down here. He's cramping up. Delivery from Castagna. And then the goal from 𝗃𝐃𝐃.
Just having a look at Kevin De Bruyne, seems to be okay for now at least.
I mean, he's fighting through something right now. He just bent over.
Captain, was it by 𝗃𝐃𝐃? Just. Well, Spain looking the more likely, but Belgium are usually good for a late goal. Rodri. Inside the last 10 minutes of the 90, Yamal, Witsel, De Bruyne, and now Doku.
Ooh.
Shriek there from 𝗃𝐃𝐃.
I'm going to say it again, Paul Stays has come on and done a great job against 𝗟𝗏. Probably 5 or 6 confrontations and duels, he's won them all. He's really done a good job.
Williams.
Yeah, great performance to come off a bench in a game like 𝗟𝗏 out of the game.
And another change here, this time for Belgium. And Salamakers is ready to join us. Alexis Salamakers of Milan.
Berbahaya.
Second one, not quite so good.
What a ball from Rodri. I mean, it's really simple. If you run for him, he'll put it there. By De Bruyne. And just, I mean, he drops it on his right foot. It can't be a better pass.
trying the ambitious effort with Simon retreating.
Terpaksa keluar kandang kiper dari Spain, Singgahmata.
Expecting a call for something there that never came.
Just see now, Spain can't get as tight in their press, so it's given Belgium a little bit more room to play and get their heads up.
Kezela losing out. And De Bruyne having a wrestle.
Lagi-lagi terpaksa kartu kuning dikeluarkan.
And the card is out.
Cukup keras tadi coba menjegal.
Kevin De Bruyne is booked.
Don't really need a whole lot of words for that one. You just got to love De Bruyne, though. Just what a career he's had. His abilities. One of the greatest players in Belgian history right there.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Phenomenal numbers that he racked up during his time at Manchester City. He now leaves us, Kevin De Bruyne, replaced by Alexis Salamakers.
That's another reason why it wasn't a problem for him giving up the yellow and committing that foul. He knew he was
Gantian pemain juga dilakukan Spanyol.
and was being changed out.
And a change also
Olmo.
for Spain with 𝗄𝐿 the hero
𝗄𝐿
of the last round. Is now on Dani Olmo.
Berbahaya, Merino dimasukkan. Mempertajam barisan atas.
Merino's going to come in buzzing.
Oke, Merino
Switched inside here to Ferran
langsung.
Torres. Touch back. Now leave it over towards Merino.
Tidak dapat dijangkau tadi sundulan cukup baik. Terus umpan lambung, Merino belum dijangkau, 𝗄𝐿. Pemain cukup baik, Spanyol memanfaatkan lebar tangan dari kiri kanan, melakukan terobosan.
And run into a bit of a cul-de-sac.
Cut inside, confronted by two defenders. It's part of the way he defended talent like 𝗄𝐿.
Williams. Put away by Raska. Lukaku trying to do his best, and now going after this, 𝗄𝐿, guarding it back to Simon. I dare say Belgium would be more than satisfied to get to extra time now.
88 menit pertandingan ini. 2 menit waktu normal dan akan segera memasuki extra time. Satu tendangan keras terjadi ke mulut dan berhasil diselesaikan dengan baik. Pemain yang baru masuk tadi, Williams Junior.
Is beaten and Spain take the lead late on. Mikel Merino climbing off the bench once again.
Seperti yang aku sampaikan tadi, dengan masuknya Merino, apakah dia bisa mencetak gol karena menjadi pahlawan pada pertandingan yang lalu? Dan ternyata lagi-lagi masuknya Merino membuktikan dia masih mesin gol yang tangguh. Memanfaatkan bola Mentahan tadi yang tidak berhasil dipeluk, diamankan dengan baik oleh kiper. Sayang sekali. Clemens.
Shooting from longer range, and Marino's just going to coast in there, side-footed in. More of a race for him to get there before his own teammate, Nico Williams. Wow. What a stunning moment here. And Marino's done this back-to-back. He did it against Portugal. He's now done it against Belgium.
89 menit, 2-1 Spain unggul di akhir waktu normal pertandingan ini.
Marino scoring with his second touch of the match. The substitute goalkeeper Lommans is beaten. But again, it goes to prove the theory that if you don't shoot, you don't score. And Spain, for all of that possession, just haven't shot enough in this second half. And when they did, look what happens.
Yeah, it's a very good point, Paul. I mean, I think 𝗄𝐿 was trying and was
Marino.
but you're right. It's one of them.
1 menit telah dimasukkan dan langsung mencetak gol.
To shoot from longer range. It took a center back to come up the field and do it. Far from over though.
Tugas besar bagi Belgia kini untuk menyamakan kedudukan lagi. 7 menit tambahan waktu pertandingan ini. Masih cukup panjang, segala sesuatu bisa terjadi dalam 7 menit ini. Tugas besar bagi Belgia untuk menyamakan kedudukan jika ingin berlanjut pertandingan, atau Spanyol harus mengambil tiket ke semifinal berhadapan dengan Prancis.
The field now. There's no more dropping off. You got to take a risk. You got to take it now.
You got to take it now.
As though they'll be the needy men once again. Belgium, a tag that has followed them around for many years now. 𝗃𝐃𝐃𝐃, one of the last remaining members of the golden generation, sees this opportunity of glory slipping away.
Pertama Belgia tadi harus keluar karena cedera paha, digantikan oleh Lunans dan tidak mampu mengamankan bola mentahan tadi. Lukaku sana sendiri berhasil diamankan oleh 3 pemain Spanyol. Hampir saja peluang cukup baik oleh Belgium untuk menyamakan kedudukan. Sudah tidak ada kiper di daerah pertahanannya. Malah kini giliran Belgia, gila-gilaan. Kartu kuning. Panas pertandingan di babak injury time ini pada additional time. 2 menit sudah berlalu. 5 menit tersisa. Apakah Belgia bisa mengejar ketertinggalannya? 2-1 Spanyol unggul.
Very quiet second half for 𝗃𝐃𝐃, and this is a moment where he could maybe step up along with Lukaku as targets off this free kick.
Peluang emas dari Lukaku tidak berhasil. Kali ini serangan counter attack cepat dari Spanyol.
Well, it was a ball that needed to be a better ball from Pedri. He had runners. If he had gotten it out wide and made the connection, off and running. But there's your hero right now, 𝗃𝐿
Merino. 𝗃𝐿 lagi-lagi menjadi pahlawan pertandingan ini. baru berlari-lari 1 menit sudah mencetak gol. Apakah itu akan menjadi gol kemenangan untuk Spain? Spanya.
Straight over the top of 𝗄𝗏. Well, we saw that stunning comeback from Belgium, didn't we, against Senegal? They need to use all of those powers of recovery here now. They need a bit of that magic in Los Angeles.
Masih kita tunggu keajaiban apakah mungkin terjadi di sisa pertandingan ini. Untuk Belgia tentunya. Keras. Lagi-lagi wasit harus mengeluarkan kartu kuning. Kena-kenangan bawa pulang.
And that's a man you don't want to see down in Rodri. Yeah, so that's a straight leg. We've seen that taken in a lot of different directions in this tournament.
Berbahaya. Tackle keras dilakukan tadi.
Every single match we've watched, there's been some ill-timed tackles, part of the game.
Serangan cepat dilakukan oleh Belgia.
Something's got to happen. Rastan puts it in there. Lukaku was the target. Spain plenty back in numbers.
Lagi-lagi peluang untuk Lukaku, namun berhasil dimanfaatkan. Yamal coba berlari sendiri di depan wasit terjadi. Lambung sekali ke depan, berhasil diamankan. Berbahaya.
Well, that's the idea if you're Belgium.
Hanya 2 menit tersisa.
Your goalkeeper's a little bit nervy right now, I think, Simon.
Tertinggal 2-1. Belgia baru menggempur habis-habisan. Karena kekalahan sudah di tangan. Tinggal mencari seri. Spanyol juga terancam apakah bisa mempertahankan keunggulan ini di sisa 1 menit terakhir additional time.
𝗄𝐿 looks like he's going to be the difference maker yet again.
There you go. You have to get the ball off your feet.
𝗃𝐃 striding forward. That was travelling.
Lengan di posisi yang baik, langsung lambung ke depan. Lukaku di sana, namun kuasai lagi pemain Spanyol. Injury time. Masih Sonanes berbahaya. Lalu langsung ke depan. Tujuh menit berakhir. Tanpa toleransi lagi, wasit langsung menginginkan peluit panjang, memastikan Spanyol maju ke semifinal berhadapan dengan Prancis yang sudah menunggu. Lagi-lagi Merino menjadi pahlawan bagi Spanyol. Spain akan bertemu Prancis di Dallas pada babak semifinal. Ada 2 pertandingan lagi di sisi satunya, di mana Argentina harus berhadapan dengan Swiss dan England dengan Norwegia the Viking Haaland. Untuk memastikan tempat di babak semifinal. Luar biasa Merino. Dengan golnya di menit ke-88 tadi memastikan Spanyol unggul 2-1 atas Belgium. Selamat untuk para pendukung Belgia.
Pertandingan yang berlangsung sengit akhirnya dimenangkan oleh Spanyol. La Roja menutup laga dengan kemenangan 2-1 atas Belgia dan memastikan satu tempat di babak semifinal Piala Dunia 2026. Hasil ini pun sekaligus mengantarkan Spanyol dalam duel 4 besar. Kita lihat juga bagaimana momen kontras yang terjadi di lapangan di mana Spanyol merayakan kemenangan mereka, merayakan 1 tiket untuk bisa lolos ke babak semifinal. Sebaliknya, Belgia harus menerima kenyataan pahit karena langkah mereka terhenti di babak 8 besar. Full time analysis akan kami hadirkan sesaat lagi di Bola Gembira 2026 bersama dengan 𝗟𝗏.
Terima kasih sudah yang menyaksikan live ini komentator nonton bareng selama lebih kurang 2,5 jam. Ada sekitar 300 viewers sudah menyaksikan, sudah masuk. Terima kasih banyak. Sampai jumpa di hari Minggu pagi Argentina berhadapan dengan Swiss. Kita lihat bocah-bocah asuhan 𝗪𝗪ℇ itu akan bisa menaklukkan Swiss lagi dengan bantuan wasit dan FIFA tentunya. Argentina.
Sayang, nanti temenin belanja bulanan, beli baju.
Akan kuhadapi dunia, tapi Indomie Jumbo dulu.
Di Belgia, lama pemain pengganti juga tidak bisa turun langsung dengan pertandingan.
Iya, dia terlihat ketika sebelum kontrol ditarik beberapa save fusial dilakukan. Masuk ada 1 lawan 1 menghadapi pemain Spanyol, tapi memang terjadinya pergantian pemain sebenarnya secara tidak langsung mengubah psikologis dari pemain. Sejarah penjaga gawang tadinya 𝗏𝗏 diganti penjaga gawang lainnya yang secara permainan mungkin belum cukup. Dan ini menjadi kekhawatiran tersendiri. Otomatis terlihat tadinya setelah adanya pergantian pemain, skema permainan sedikit berubah sebenarnya. Ada rasa ketidakpercayaan, tapi memang ketika Belgia mencoba melakukan ofensif yang mereka lakukan masih sulit untuk bisa meruntuhkan pertahanan dari Spanyol.
Ya, 16 tahun setelah Samina kali ini Dai akhirnya Spanyol masuk semifinal lagi.
Iya, ini momen yang emang harus ya bagi Spanyol ketika kita melihat progres yang sempat mandek 2014, 2018, 2022. Mereka selalu terjegal lewat adu penalti, lewat momen-momen yang tidak mengenakan buat mereka. Tapi akhirnya setelah mereka bisa menjuarai Euro kemarin, menunjukkan bahwa ini tim memang sudah siap untuk menapak ke jenjang yang lebih tinggi. Dengan materi yang jauh berbeda, sudah tidak ada lagi personel yang ada di 2010. Ini tim yang masih sangat fresh, masih sangat muda. Masih ada pemain di bawah 20 tahun dalam tim ini di starting 11 yang tampil sangat luar biasa, 𝗪𝗪 dan juga Lamine-Yamal. Memang Yamal tidak menunjukkan performance di mana yang diinginkan ketika dia mencetak gol ataupun memberikan assist. Dia baru mencetak 1 gol dan sama sekali belum memberikan assist. Tapi impact-nya di atas lapangan betul-betul membuat Belgia terhimpit. Belgia tidak bisa keluar dari tekanan. Akhirnya aksi defensif yang coba dipraktikkan oleh 𝗪𝗪, memasukkan pemain-pemain petarung di lini tengah, mencoba untuk bisa menyaring apa yang dilakukan Spanyol sepanjang permainan, tapi hanya bertahan sampai menit ke 89. Dikit lagi mereka sukses dengan strategi mereka, memaksa Spanyol untuk masuk ke perpanjangan waktu, dan itu sayangnya tidak terjadi. Lagi-lagi kita harus melihat tidak adanya 𝗏𝗏, itu menjadi momen yang betul-betul memukul Belgia. Sebelumnya di awal tidak ada Tielemans, ini juga menjadi salah satu faktor di mana mereka tidak punya pemain kreatif yang bisa memasukkan bola ke dalam kotak penalti lawan.
Ya, siapapun penjaga gawang tampaknya juga harus adaptasi cepat ya dengan situasi seperti ini, dalam situasi diserang terus, 𝗏𝗏 keluar, dan ini beban besar bagi Lamine.
Iya, kalau dilihat memang secara penampilan kita bisa melihat gestur penjaga gawang ketika mereka sudah
siap dalam bertanding ataupun belum. Kalau tadi sedikit melihat gesturnya Lemens, memang dia sepertinya agak syok ketika mendapatkan menit bermain, tapi langsung mendapat gempuran yang luar biasa. Terbukti memang tadinya ada miss dari blocking yang dia lakukan. Ternyata sudah ada 2 pemain di depannya yang sudah langsung menyambar second ball tersebut. Dan ini memang sangat berbahaya ketika ada bola yang tidak dapat di-save atau di-block dengan sempurna.
Ya, Rudy Garcia 11 kali menang, 4 kali seri, dan akhirnya di pertandingan ke-16 dirinya harus mengalami kekalahan pertama sebagai pelatih Belgia.
Iya, tapi kita tetap harus menaruh respect ya. Ternyata apa yang dilakukan oleh Rudy Garcia dalam tempo yang bisa dibilang relatif singkat, tapi ternyata membuat tim ini bisa tampil padu. Tim ini punya banyak alternatif strategi. Mereka bisa tampil bertahan cukup rapat, tadi menyulitkan Spanyol untuk bisa mencetak gol. Lalu mereka untuk progression bola pun bisa memegang bola dengan apik. Lalu ketika counter pun mereka juga banyak menciptakan gol lewat aksi-aksi counter. Jadi dari sisi strategi kita bisa melihat pelatih yang punya kemampuan untuk bisa menghadirkan perubahan-perubahan dalam sebuah pertandingan. In-game management dia yang cukup baik, memasukkan Селемекers tadi menjadi hal yang harusnya berujung positif ketika banyak umpan-umpan yang bisa masuk ke dalam kotak penalti dibandingkan di beberapa menit sebelumnya sama sekali mereka tidak bisa masuk mengcrack lini pertahanan dari Spanyol.
Ya, kita lihat ini menjadi sebuah last dance yang kurang mengembirakan ya bagi Courtois, bagi Kevin De Bruyne yang memang tampil sangat baik. Sebetulnya kita lihat bagaimana statistik pertandingan 2 kali 45 menit di mana possession control 55/37, attempt at goal 17/5, on targetnya 8/2, dan juga SG-nya sangat tinggi sekali 1,46 berbanding 0,34. Sedangkan passes completed kita tahu jauh sekali 600/200.
Iya, memang di awal sudah kita sampaikan bahwa penguasaan bola pasti akan dipegang oleh Spanyol karena kita tahu karakteristik permainan dari Spanyol seperti apa. Karena Belgia mengandalkan transit cepat atau counter attack. Inilah yang membuat Spanyol cukup leluasa untuk menguasai bola supaya
berhasil melaju ke babak semifinal setelah tahun 50, kemudian saat 2010 mereka tampil sebagai juara, dan kali ini. Dan bahkan kalau kita bandingkan dengan Piala Dunia sebelumnya, mereka hanya bisa mentok di round 16. Kalau sekarang setara dengan babak 32 besar. Jadi di bawah La Fuente, La Fuenteroja kembali bangkit. Mereka juara Euro tahun di edisi sebelumnya, kemudian sekarang mereka ada di semifinal Piala Dunia. Dan yang pasti nanti menghadapi Perancis di Arlington di Texas ini akan jadi pertandingan sangat luar biasa. 2 kekuatan Eropa antara Perancis dan juga Spanyol.
Akan sangat menarik pertandingan di semifinal. Dan kalau kita lihat di pertandingan kali ini kembali Merino menjadi pahlawan dari bangku cadangan.
Iya, yang menarik buat saya walaupun Merino mampu mencetak gol adalah intuisi dari seorang La Fuente. Bagaimana dia berpikir, dia memilih pemain yang tepat dan memasukkan pemain di menit yang tepat. Dan akhirnya Merino mampu membuat satu perbedaan dengan 1 gol yang membuat Spanyol mampu masuk ke babak semifinal.
Ya, saya rasa mungkin kita lihat pemilihan pergantian pemain yang on point dan juga diuntungkan ya dari sisi Spanyol sendiri dengan kondisi bangku cadangan yang memang hidup.
Iya, sama-sama sebenarnya dua pelatih baik La Fuente maupun Rudy Garcia melakukan pergantian pemain, bereaksi atas situasi satu sama atau deadlock. Tapi kita lihat pergantian dari La Fuente membuat juga kita saksikan para pemain Spanyol tersenyum, dan 2 kali artinya Mikel Merino masuk dari bangku cadangan. Di laga sebelumnya lawan Portugal dia juga masuk di tengah babak atau di akhir babak kedua mencetak gol di menit 91, dan kemudian juga kali ini walaupun dengan ada unsur kurang lengketnya tangkapan dari Lemens ya, nanti kita akan saksikan kemudian dimanfaatkan dengan baik, itu dimanfaatkan juga oleh Merino menjadi golan ini sebelumnya. Dan juga Bung Supri
gol awal ya, gol pertama di babak yang pertama tadi itu yang lama.
Ini juga gol penyama
bisa menjawab pertanyaan tersebut.
Jangan lupa Senin
sebuah triangle.
Baik pemirsa, terima kasih Anda telah menyaksikan FIFA World Cup 2026 di mana Spanyol
karena penjaga gawang yang menggantikan Courtois, Lemens, tangkapannya memang tidak baik. Tidak ada bola rebound, dan di sana Merino muncul dengan posisi dan timing yang begitu tepat.
Ini situasi yang sangat bisa dimanfaatkan dengan baik ya oleh para pemain.
Iya, saya pikir insting juga kita lihat berbicara di sana. Merino dengan tidak hanya menunggu ya Lemens melakukan tangkapan, tapi dia berlari sedikit, mendekat, mencoba untuk mencari space, dan ternyata berhasil ada rebound yang dimanfaatkan dan menjadi gol.
Iya, kita lihat ya bagaimana angka-angka ini dari statistik dikuasai oleh Spanyol.
sejauh ini dari babak pertama dan juga pertandingan secara keseluruhan, Bung Supri?
Iya, tetap ya, possession mereka dominasi 62%, kemudian ada peningkatan dari jumlah tembakan menjadi 17 berbanding 5, dan yang menarik adalah bagaimana corner pun juga dominasi tetap dimiliki oleh Spanyol ya.
Iya, dan saya pikir Spanyol layak ya untuk memenangkan laga kali ini. Kita lihat statistik udah berbicara semua juga, 62%, ada shot on the target 7, kemudian ada attempts yang diciptakan oleh banyak dari Yamal ya. Tadi kita catat berapa? 4 kali.
Ole, ole.
Tapi dia berlari sedikit, mendekat, mencoba untuk mencari space, dan ternyata berhasil. Ada rebound yang dimanfaatkan dan menjadi.
Iya, kita lihat ya bagaimana angka-angka ini dari statistik dikuasai oleh Spanyol.
Ole, ole. Dalam pertandingan ini akan berhadapan dengan Prancis di semifinal.
It's been some time since he's gotten minutes. More famous faces. 𝗄𝐿𝐼
𝗄𝐿𝐼,
songwriter. Spain take the lead. Lays on. Mikel Merino climbing off the bench once again.
Yang aku sampaikan tadi, dengan masuknya Merino, apakah dia bisa mencetak gol? Dan ternyata lagi-lagi.
So Ferran Torres now will operate through the middle. Nico Williams over to the left.
And a lot of
Usually good for a late goal. Rodri.
Rodri.
Inside the last 10 minutes of the 90, Yamal, Witsel, Brada. And now Doku.
Doku.
Shriek there from 𝗃𝐃𝐃.
I'm going to say it again, Paul Stays has come on and done a great job against Lamal. Probably with 5 or 6 confrontations and duels, he's won them all. He's really done a good job.
Williams.
Yeah, great performance to come off the bench.
Hasil akhir 69%, Spanyol 31%.
Yamal out of the game.
And another change here, this time for Belgium. And
Good job. Good job. Terima kasih guys, sampai jumpa di live berikutnya. Insya Allah pada Ahad pagi atau Minggu pagi, pertandingan perempat final ketiga antara Argentina berhadapan dengan Swiss untuk memperebutkan tempat ketiga atau tim ketiga yang akan masuk ke babak semifinal. Kita beres-beres dulu ya, biar pas 10 menit terakhir. Sekali lagi terima kasih yang udah menyaksikan. Ada fans Belgia di sini. Apa pendapat Anda tentang pertandingan tadi? luar biasa, Belgia sudah melaju sejauh ini dan rekor yang dicatat oleh Belgia adalah tim pertama yang menjebol keperawanan Spanyol. Setelah Spain tanpa kebobolan di Piala Dunia ini, akhirnya Belgia yang pertama kali menjebol gawang Spanyol. Gak bisa mempertahankan hingga akhir Piala Dunia. Kita akan saksikan. Dua tim baru memastikan diri ke semifinal, Prancis dan Spanyol. Tinggal menunggu pertandingan antara Argentina berhadapan dengan Swiss dan juga Norwegia, 𝗏𝐃𝐃𝐃 𝐵 berhadapan dengan England. The Three Lion. Tim-timku udah kalah semua. Maroko, Mesir, Jepang. Kita pegang yang kuda-kuda hitam aja. Tapi untuk saat ini setelah menyaksikan semua pertandingan, konsistensi semuanya, berharap sih di final ketemu Prancis melawan Inggris, biar terjadi perang dunia di sana, terulang lagi perang dunia. Packing barang-barang dulu, live dari warkop di Dallas ini. Warkop di salah satu sudut California, Los Angeles. Besok di kota mana ya? Argentina, Swiss. Apa di Kanada? Kayaknya di Kanada kayak. Ya kalau nggak di Kanada, Meksiko ya. Soalnya ini ada dua di Amerika. Kamu si Trump semua kuasai pertandingan. Oke Trump. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Fuck Trump. Sisa kopi. Jam segini masih ngopi. Kalau nggak bisa tidur, nanggung nunggu subuh. Oke, terima kasih ya udah menyaksikan. Tepat 3 jam sudah live ini kita lakukan. Nonton bareng, iseng-iseng, komen-komen pertandingan perempat final Piala Dunia antara Spanyol melawan Belgia. Sampai jumpa di live-live berikutnya. Terima kasih yang udah menyaksikan. Jangan lupa subscribe, keep kontak. Dukung terus tim kesayangan kamu. Hanya berapa tim yang tersisa di Piala Dunia ini hingga mencapai final nantinya di 20 atau 21 Juli 2026. Sampai jumpa. Salam olahraga. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.